Hey guys, welcome back to another Beer Flow Thursday. Beer Flow showtime, people! Woo woo! So, guess what? We found a guy that actually joined the panel who's been missing in action. So, business must be down for other half. And welcome back, Joe. Welcome back, man.
Yay! Yeah, it's good to be back.
And of course, we got Eric in the house.
What's going on, guys? Not bad. What's going on, gentlemen?
We got Todd lounging. Todd's in the lounge. We should just call it the Beer Flow Lounge since Todd moved his camera down there now.
Just lounging, just chilling.
Took that part of the house over. Shannon, I'm doing a show right now. All right?
Tone it down a little bit.
Shannon walks in the room. You don't see me on camera over here? What is going on? Give me those red lights. Put a red light up. I'm on air. But
quiet, please.
How you guys feeling this week on a Friday Eve, so to speak?
It's fucking raining out here, man. For the last 4 days.
I'm gonna need you to settle down there.
Joe walked up right as I said that. He's just like, "What?
How do you really feel?
How's everybody doing? It's fucking raining out. How do you think?
I think Eric's gonna be building an ark in his backyard there.
If I lived in Detroit, I might as well, because the streets or highways are flooded over there."
Yeah. You just had snow, right? Too.
Well, snow, and then it turned to rain and flooded. Well, everything to the east is just flooded over there. It's going to take a couple of days for the rainwater to go away. So,
Mental note to self: do not get Eric started on the weather at any point in time.
all right, I'll shut up.
Eric would be a great weatherman though in the news. Yeah. What's it doing outside? It's fucking raining
again.
Ollie on Family Guy got nothing on Eric.
Yeah. Taking over for Ollie over there at Family Guy.
Damn hot out here. Why am I outside? Why am I not in the studio with air conditioner? Hot out here. I can read the thermostat too.
All right. Keep the roast coming. Keep the roasters coming.
We had some rain on and off. Actually, we had a weird day today. It was sunny, then it stormed heavily for half an hour. Then the sun came right out. It didn't do anything beforehand. So
yeah, that's exactly what it did here.
Yeah, kind of. So you had some rain down there as well, Todd, and then sun, and then figuring out Mother Nature's going on. A little PMS action maybe out there.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
You want to get the umbrella? Oh, now I need the sunglasses. Okay, put the umbrella back down. And Joe,
of course, I think it is supposed to rain most of tomorrow and Saturday for the Oaks and Derby here. So
yeah, it's going to be a muddy one again. It was muddy last year when they ran it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Enough men juleps, and you're okay. You forget about it.
Yeah, the people in the infield there, they really don't give a shit what the weather's doing.
Yeah, let's face it, they're not really there for the horses. They know the biggest party in Kentucky.
We're in the infield. You can't see anything anyway, so they're there about the partying and getting drunk and seeing boobs all across the place.
It's like Woodstock for them.
It is. It really is. And then the rain just makes it worse because then it's just sliding in the mud all over the place.
I can imagine seeing Bob Costas going down to the infield. So what kind of horse do you think is going to win the race? I don't care. I'm here to party.
All the local channels will have it on all day on Saturday, and they'll have shots from the infield, and sometimes it'll be blurred out or, they can't show anything because
naked people are running around must be.
And Joe, any crazy weather in your part of the country?
apparently normal here. Normal. No, the other day it hit almost 80, and then literally in 6 hours it dropped 27 degrees or some shit. It was that's just a taste. Just a taste of summer. Like a taste. That was it. And then they took it away real quick. So, I don't know. It snowed last weekend, so that was fun. I don't know. Aside from that, whatever. It's spring. It's raining out constantly.
Yeah.
Is Joe rocking a Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt?
I am rocking a Red Hot.
Nice. Nice.
There you go. And what's the hat?
Oh, that's a brewery in Rochester. Well, Mortalis. They make some really good beer, but they only crawler their stuff, and it's not like you walk in and be like, "Hey, can I get a crawler of this?" A crawler? No, they do crawler releases on Thursdays and Sundays, and there's lines and stuff. So I just go there and enjoy the beer because I'm not waiting in line for like 2 or 3 crawlers, even though they make probably, honestly, I hate to say this, even though other half is here, probably the best beer in Western New York right now.
Whoa.
But you can't get it. Like if I could shank a half dozen dudes, maybe I'd get some crawlers, but I'll just show up to the brewery like 3 hours before they open. No, it's one of those things where hopefully they can up their production so they can get more stuff out because they do make good beer, but it's always very limited.
Are you at least able to get it on draft on those days? Or okay,
I went there like 3 different times and have stuff on draft, and it's all fucking delicious. Like it's all delicious. They do crazy like adjunct pastry, pastry stouts and fruited sours and stuff. They basically mimic the 450 North slushies. Like they have their own series called Hydra, where they combine 2 or 3 different fruits, and then it has pulp in it and all that stuff, and it's all delicious. It really is, but you can't get it, so it sucks. But it's great. Still sucks.
Probably a lot of beer geek followers love that place.
Oh yeah, and then they're crawlers. If like you're looking to trade them or whatever, they're worth a pretty penny. If you know what I mean. Like you can probably get a lot for a single crawler. So I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody reached out to me. They're like today. They were like, see if I wanted to trade like the Waybacher 23rd anniversary I had. Was I drank the last one last night because I did a review on it. But I'm like, really? You want to get the Waybacher? I mean, I guess now because they're going out of business or whatever, they filed Chapter 11 or.
Well, they're staying in. They're just reorganized.
Well, they're being reorganized. Yeah, but I mean, still, I don't know. But I was like, that was a weird request for a beer, but.
That sounds very weird.
Yeah, if I get more, I'll let you know, which I probably can if I go out to Jungle Gym. So
yeah, just sitting on the shelf for fucking 7 cents a 4-pack.
It's like I send you 4 of those bottles, and it's like still like anything you send me is gonna be a better value for them at that point. I mean, they're still good, 11.1 ABV, but I get 4-pack for $2.99 or whatever. Or no, sorry, those are the $5.99 ones. So
is that the one that come with a glass too, or no?
No, that was just a 4-pack of the bottles.
Oh, okay.
The 2 Russian ones I got, they had a glass with them. I think that was $5.99 for that one too. But yeah, but I'm like, yes, whatever you send me, I'm going to be ahead of the game. If it's just one beer, I'm ahead of the game most likely.
I'm ahead of the game, bitches.
And cheers to Earth. Earth says, "What's everyone drinking?" So it's a good question.
What's up, Earth?
So what do you drink? Since Joe, you got your beer out already.
I am drinking from Modern Times, which I'd imagine, since Earth is in Southern California and Modern Times is out of San Diego, California, their Fruitlands, which is I believe it's a Goza with passion fruit and guava. And it's quite tasty. I have a lot of passion. I was very surprised. We started getting Modern Times within the last month or so. So picked up some of their beers. I didn't review all of them or anything. I just kind of enjoying this one. But this is like one of those summer crushers. I'd say you want this in the summertime. Poolside barbecues, enjoying yourself. Yeah, beach.
Nice. So what you got, Eric?
I went and grabbed a oldie but a goodie one for me. It's a Lagunitas Willivized Coffee Stout.
Nice. Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah.
I can still get this in about 3 or 4 cases are left here. So
can you really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Those things just flew off the shelf here.
Yep. I didn't even get it this year. I just fucking went and went quickly.
In the Lagunitas Brewery, when you walk in, it's like, am I going into a freaking strip club or am I going to a brewery?
I don't know. You tell us, Eric.
Yes.
Depends on the time of day there.
That's right. Depends on if your waitress's name was Cinnamon or not.
Her name was not Cinnamon Todd.
Well, then he was in the brewery.
Yeah. What do you got, Todd?
I am drinking one from the sniper himself. Its other half in World Works. Front Range Daydream.
Jesus.
Imperial Oak Cream India Pale Ale. 8.4 ABV.
How long did you sit on that? What's the date? What's the date on that? I don't even remember what the date is.
There isn't one.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Come on, man.
Yeah, other half always puts dates on. We bullshit, Tom.
No, I promise you, there's not a date on here. Unless I wiped it off.
I
There
feel
isn't
like
one on here.
I don't know. That was like the last beer battle sent your way.
It was a while back, yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for Shannon to help drink, and she's not been drinking any of them, so I was like, fuck, I'm drinking it.
How is it? Because it's probably
It's
like
good.
4 months old. Yeah, their IPAs hold up well, I think.
No, I mean I don't know if it's much different fresh, but can't imagine it being too much of a drop off. It's still fantastic.
Being in a can helps.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite from that beer battle I sent you. It was really good. I was surprised at how good it was. Not really, but like kind of.
You can definitely get the oat creaminess in it. Tasty.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I got one I wasn't planning on actually drinking, but you go out, you look for beers because I usually find beers for the show so I can do some here, and happened to walk by, which you guys saw the picture earlier, 6-packs brewed IPA, $4.99. Literally jumps into the cart at that price. So $4.99, I said, well, I guess I'm drinking that tonight on the show. But as I turned the corner in the store, for the first time ever that I didn't see it in a 30 or a 12-pack, I'm going to try a Natter Day.
Ooh.
Eric got excited.
He's like, oh, what? That's a Natter Day?
Now you're talking.
So how quality of a beer can this be, right? So it was a 6-pack of the 16-ounce cans for $4.49. I sent you guys a picture of earlier. Yeah. Again, pretty much jumps into cart at that level. So, I
bet you that's not bad, honestly. It probably doesn't taste much like beer, but
apparently to the people in I think it was Missouri when they had the beer festival and they read out the beers blindly. Natter Day ended up being the beer chosen, and they're like, "Oh, come on, what the? Oh, you guys don't know all the shit you think you know because you chose Natter Day as the best performing beer overall."
What's happening in Missouri is what I want to know right now.
Yeah. And come on, my alum Mike Vanderjagt's the spokesperson, so I had to pick it up too. So
Mike Vanderjagt, kicker, liquored up kicker.
He was a liquored up kicker. He's a funny guy though. Todd knows he's in Indiana.
Yeah, he was on the. He showed up on the draft. One of the draft picks for the Colts and called out, the Titans since it was in Nashville. He called them all out, and everybody was just like, "Boo!"
So did Reggie Wayne too. Reggie Wayne did that too, and that was great.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Good clarity on it. I tell you what, it smells like Bubblicious bubblegum. Bubblicious, not bubble yum, but Bubblicious.
Oh, we got land battles going on now. And
stepping it up,
just like Mike Lowry and Bad Boys, pack of Bubblicious.
You're gonna come up blowing bubbles.
It's kind of light. I mean, I forgot what the ABV is on this thing. Let me take a look here.
He didn't get the bitter beer face look, so it must not be too bad.
No, it's got a flavorful taste to it. I mean, the strawberry lemonade. It's got crisp and refreshing feel to it. Let's see the ABV on there. I want to say it was like 4.5 or something.
Yeah, it's not big. I'm pretty sure it's sub 5.
I mean, I don't like shandies. I could drink this much more than I could drink like a summer shandy. So it's got a more of an appealing taste to me in that regard. Carbonation's tempered down a little bit, but
it's gonna be gone with it here in just a second.
You can chug right through it. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. If anybody wants to chug these, it's no problem doing that. Although chugging a Natty Light Natter Day is kind of like cheating, I think, in some way. But no, it's not bad. So I'll do a review on one of the ones I have here. But no, I mean, if you're going to like a picnic or something as the weather breaks and stuff, it's not a bad one to come walking in with,
Is it going to be one you're going to stock in your fridge?
I wouldn't go that far.
I
wouldn't go that far.
Rod's lying to us. Rod's going to pick up the 30-pack. Don't even lie to us, Rod. You're getting a 30-pack.
And not in my fridge, but in the main fridge, family comes in. Hey, go ahead, grab a Natter Day. Yeah, go grab one of the other ones out of the other fridge.
And then you stare them down.
They're like, what's this other half? No, you want that Natter Day. You want that Natter Day. You don't want that.
I mean, I can see. I mean, not to say it's like a sexist, I think. I can see women digging on this one too because the strawberry lemonade flavor of it, kind of like a cooler type feel as well.
Yeah, I can only buy 30 pack of it.
Oh, you can only. Oh, yeah. I mean, it
That's
just
all I
came.
saw. Yeah.
When I went there last time, they didn't have the 6-packs with the pint can, so it might be new.
All right. I'll look for the 4-pack because I'm not buying a 30 of it. Which I don't care what the price is.
Yeah. Well, it's got a little bit of a refreshing quality to it. Then Gilbert's in the house. He said, cheers, dudes. And he said, Beauty Rajay with the Natter Day, I believe. Beautiful Wife's in the house. Welcome, Beautiful Wife. Says, hey, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And, Eric's still going with the what up players line. That's his line for the night. So.
He's everywhere.
And Gilbert says, having a wild beer company, Sleeping Lemons Export Sours. Sons. And then Foamy Head says, hey guys, having a St. Arnold Citradose IPA. Cheers.
What happened to the bra there, Gilbert? Come on.
He quickly realized the bra was terrible. You can't. I mean, you want a bra? What's up, bro? You want a sons? I mean, there's a difference between the two. It's a huge difference. Let's be honest.
I haven't picked up any St. Arnold, although we now get it at Jungle Gyms. I saw, so I made to try that line because I know Drunken One likes drinking those too.
Who likes drinking St. Arnold?
Drunken One.
Oh, Drunken One.
Yeah. But
he likes drinking a lot of different.
If you're going to have the name, right, you got to live up to it.
He lives up to it, no doubt. He is not fibbing whatsoever.
Yeah.
But a lot of pressure.
I was worried about getting a 6-pack of this, but it's going down rather quickly too.
It'll be gone tonight. No big deal.
It might be. I mean, between that and the Brewed IPA and then the other stuff I got. Well, the reason I went to the store was because the last time they told me they're like, oh yeah, you can break up any 6-pack and just pay for the one. And we just charge you that way as well. So I wanted to see how they would upcharge it, which they do upcharge it, which was fine. But I wanted to see how they kind of did that. I think Jungle Gyms is still the best deal that we have here because they only upcharge to a certain limit. Like if a 6-pack costs 13 or 14, or let's say like a 4-pack of pint cans costs 13 or 14, they don't upcharge. They just take it and divide it out. If it's something like a regular 6-pack, like $9.99, then they'll upcharge those kinds of type stuff. So
see, I think that's a rarity there because almost every single bottle shop, beer shop I've ever been to, if they break up 4-packs, 6-packs, 12-packs, whatever, they always upcharge somewhere between 25 cents to $1 for each individual can or bottle. No matter where I go, that's just I guess how it is in New York, at least from my experience.
Yeah, ours does it here too.
Which for the convenience of doing it, I can see why they would do it that way. So I'm actually surprised when they don't do it. So,
well, I mean, think about
like Trader Joe's, you just pull it off. You don't do it on any of them.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it though. Like, how many different beers would you honestly try if you had to buy a 4 or 6-pack of everything?
Yeah,
you wouldn't be trying many beers at all because it'd be so expensive. And that was when I first got into craft beer. That kind of sucked. I remember, not knowing anything really about beer and trying to try something else. And I bought a beer and I was like, all right, I really don't like this. Now I got 5 more of them and I paid $10 for it. So what am I going to do with it? Like, I got to drink the rest of them, even though I hate them. Like, I'm not into them. So I'd much rather have a mixed 6-pack for like $2 or $3 more. And maybe I like 1 or 2 of those. So it's nice that most places do that nowadays because it used to not be like that. It was tough.
Yeah, the bottle shop I frequent most, if you get 6 mix match, they'll actually give you I think it's 15% discount or something if you get 6 of them.
Yeah, some places will do that for sure. Yeah. Which is nice because if you think about it like this, if you're doing that and the average cost is like $2 or $3 for a bottle or a can, I mean, you're probably going to save somewhere between $1.50 to $2 on that 6-pack, which is a good deal. Definitely is.
Yeah, I picked up that. Do you guys get Highwire Brewing? I think it's Highwire Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 10W40 series.
That's my next one up, bro.
Oh, it's salted maple.
That's the one I got today, son.
Oh my God, do a review live on the Beer Flow Show.
That's the one I got today.
I got it sitting out. That's my next one on deck. I actually picked this up in Tennessee. I didn't even get it here.
I'm looking forward to checking that one out.
I've not seen that.
But this is going down rather smoothly.
I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on it, Rod.
On that salted maple?
You can just drink it at the same time and compare thoughts. It could be an option.
Not ready, Joe.
I'm sorry. That Natter Day is, real heavy on the palate and just weighing you down immensely.
It's got a lot of stuff to it. I'll just tell you that.
What's all the adjuncts and
it's imperial stout brewed with maple syrup, chocolate, vanilla, pink Himalayan salt, and lactose.
Nice. So they just decided to throw the kitchen sink in there. I like
And then, in case you didn't know, they put a label on here. It says contains alcohol. Just in case you didn't know, contains alcohol.
Because you didn't know, maybe that it contained alcohol.
Yeah, you were gonna buy it, but then you were like, you weren't sure if it contained alcohol. And then you saw that
right there. Contains alcohol.
Nice.
We want you to be informed, Todd.
Hey, some places don't put the ABV on the label. Others just say it contains alcohol, so you know.
They do both, so you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nothing worse than when you pick up a beer and there's no ABV on it. And you're like,
yeah, that's terrible. That should be a requirement.
Yeah, it should everywhere. It's ridiculous that they I don't even understand how that's not something it should be illegal to do that. Honestly,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just randomly walk in and be like, oh, this sounds good. And then fucking you find out it's like a 12% beer and you bought a 6-pack of it. And you're like halfway through it. You're like, oh, that's cool. I'm not going to be moving later. I'm going to be knocked out unconscious.
I was wondering what the hell's in the beer. Be like, man, I'm feeling what the hell's in this thing?
Yeah. Well, think about it too, how scary so many of these breweries are hiding ABVs to. How many times you drink an 8 to 10% beer and you don't even feel it, or you don't even taste it. You're just like, wow, I can't believe it's 10%. Imagine doing that and honestly not knowing it's 10% and just thinking it's like 5 or 6. You get down, to the last one of the 4-pack, and then you're immobile. You're just like, I can't move. What happened?
That's almost more the norm now than it is not that they're so well hidden anymore for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of not mobile, I actually watched Super Troopers 2 earlier today.
What'd you
think? First time. Actually, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was kind of like if you're laid on your couch type movie, like I always say, like a Saturday afternoon movie where it's just like something's on and you're going to watch it, not expecting anything really. It was all right. I mean, it's hard for them to live up to the first one because the jokes were kind of still off the same type of thing, but it still had some funny moments in it and everything, what they were doing.
It's exactly what I feel like it's exactly what you expected it to be. Like that, you went into it and the humor. You saw the first one, you kind of knew what was happening. It was solid, yeah. They're not, I'm not setting a new standard here, right? It's exactly what you're expecting.
Well, the one guy that was the one Mountie, I didn't see him since like Mad TV because he used to be on Mad TV.
Sasso.
Yeah. So he was pretty funny. But then Rob Lowe, I guess Rob Lowe just does these kind of movies nowadays. Like he kind of ever since the teenager stuff, I guess, kind of.
He's in everything.
He's just whatever you can get a script for, he's on.
Got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Earth brings to the table a very intriguing thought that I will now read. He says, in regards to the 10W40 salted maple, says, drink it with Todd, Rod. That rhymed. He says, this show is recorded. Just rip the tasting part from here and upload it separately. Question.
Ingenuity. You like it.
Right?
I'm not saying that's a bad idea. In fact, I'm saying it's great. It's a great idea.
Well, I could easily do it there, and I can sit my iPhone over here with that camera to record me actually talking about the other one. And it would actually be an easy thing to do, except it's just sitting in the cell where I haven't got like a little bit of a cooler. And it's like right now in the cell, it's like 60-something degrees. So
it's perfect drinking temperature. Get in there. Paul would come in and be like, that's totally still too cold, but no big
Paul
deal.
Would be like, it's not ready yet. It's not ready.
It's not boiling.
But
if his tongue isn't peeling after drinking that, he's not into it.
Yeah.
It's funny because like breweries will tell you. I reviewed Amagen came out with a bourbon barrel vanilla smoked porter, and it tells you right on there. It says serve at 50 degrees. So I was like, well, fucking okay, Amagen, I'll do that, and I did. And I'm like, Paul wouldn't do that. Paul would be like 50. I don't think so. Are you sure you're not missing a zero in there somewhere?
What in the front, maybe?
Yeah, I don't care if you brewed the beer. I'm not going to listen to you because I like everything fucking 3,000 degrees.
Paul lives by his own rules.
He does.
He's a hell of a painter, though.
Yeah, because did you guys see his thing got canceled? That's terrible.
We got canceled.
I don't know if you guys saw. He had a wine tasting plus a painting.
Oh, he got canceled?
Yeah, he had due to lack of interest. I'm like, that's shitty.
Oh man, he was all up on that too.
Yeah. He's definitely bummed out, and I mean, obviously, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring everyone down.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that didn't go over.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the area was, but he does live literally in the backwoods. I don't know how many people are into painting and wine, but I don't know. I know that was at a local college or semi-local college, so I don't know if the area's.
He just needs to go to York, Harrisburg,
That's it.
Lancaster, right around there.
Yeah.
Well, we have a painting place here that does that, and you don't get a ticket early; it's sold out.
We have a place here that does it.
Sorry, Paul, but
Cincinnati. We have a guy. One of the guys I know. He started a business doing that. And they do like painting and wine at different places, different bars across the city. But maybe because where Paul's at, maybe it would have been better doing whittling and beer. I'm just saying.
churning butter and drinking beer.
Churning butter for sure. I mean, I've met his neighbors.
He's got a Quaker population.
I just remember he was like, "Oh, I got Amish neighbors," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And we literally drove down the fucking street, and they were putting up like a barn for real, like not even joking around. I'm like, "Oh no, you totally do!" Like down the street, like I've seen the buggies. Like you're not lying to me.
That sucks. I was hoping you could have a good thing with that.
Yeah, no, that's on me. I just wanted to point out because I didn't know if you guys saw it on Facebook. It was definitely shitty news.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, speaking of shitty weeks, John Singleton dying beginning of the week. That was kind of a shitty way to start the week. I mean,
terrible.
That was a surprise.
Only 51.
When isn't death really a surprise, I should say, but it was kind of like at his age, it was more of a surprise.
Well, it's kind of like Luke Perry, right? Dying. I mean,
Luke Perry,
same thing, strokes, right? I mean, like, it can happen to anybody at any time. It's kind of like a heart attack. I mean, they're not as prevalent and people don't know too much about them, but there's two pretty big, movie stars, or Singleton being more of a director and whatnot, producer. But like, they can happen. Hopefully, there's some awareness that gets thrown out there with two big guys, passing away like that, because that's scary.
Yeah, and I just heard this week that Bushwick Bill. You remember Bushwick Bill? Who remembers Bushwick Bill?
Yeah, you talking about from the Ghetto Boys?
There you go. There you go.
What?
Yeah, no, Bushwick Bill for sure. I was just thinking about it. It rings a bell, but
did he?
We're talking about
die?
movies. I'm like,
No, but he got stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Oh damn!
They just found this week, so
it's terrible.
So he's under treatment for stuff. There were some other people that had some stuff. It's like been a terrible week, like for just shit happening.
What a depressing
kind of like icons or celebrities, like watching those stuff. Like
it seems like that happens though. Like when one, then it just seems like it's a snowballs down the hill.
Other people say snowfall. I'll say too soon, Todd.
Oh, come on, Todd.
I wasn't gonna go there, Rod. I wasn't gonna go there.
That's the thing. Like, with Singleton passing away, like I felt like smidge selfish because I'm like, man, what happens to Snowfall? Like not right away, but like a couple days later, because that show's an awesome show, and I'm like, I hope they continue it. But even if they do, it won't be as good. I'm sure he was spearheading a lot of the direction of the show. So,
well, I think he only directed like 3 of the episodes. He was a co-creator on it, so it'll be interesting to see how that gets told from there. But I think they had other people that were doing the other episodes and stuff. But
I hope they keep it going because it's a fucking great show.
Yeah, it is.
Well, they were going back. One of the other feeds had like his career, like the actors that kind of got chances or second chances, like through his stuff. And I mean, good amount of people that he got discovered from his works and stuff too. But I even forgot, like he had directed like the Too Fast, Too Furious movie along with the other ones he had done, and then some other stuff. So it's like he's actually put a good amount of movies out there.
Yeah, yes.
But yeah, so that kind of sucked this week.
Yes, it did.
And then I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was now. Any more comments?
I don't know. You're the one reading them. You tell me.
I thought you were reading. You're reading them now. You took over.
I read a single comment. I don't know if that's commentary the comment reading.
That's enough.
Jason Voorhees shows up and in all capital letters, mind you, says, "It's been too long since I've had an Alaskan Amber." I'm pretty sure he said it exactly like that.
Yeah.
Alaskan Amber's not bad. Alaskan's not bad. I like their Husky IPA.
You guys get that in Michigan, right? Do you guys get that in Ohio and Indiana, Kentucky-ish too, Rod, Todd?
Yeah, we get Alaskan here now.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes.
Really? Their smoked porter's good. I remember
More on
that.
the Ohio side than the Kentucky side, though.
You like their smoked porter, Joe? I didn't think it was all that.
I haven't had it in like 5 or 6 years, but I remember enjoying it. I mean, it was not anything great, but it was good for what it was, I thought. Eric Gilbert says, hold the phone, bros. This sour is tasting salty.
Is it a Goza?
He is drinking that Sleeping Lemons Export Sour Sons from the Wild Beer Company, which I've had before, Eric, and I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember about no saltiness, no salinity per se.
First over Natterday, down and gone. So,
just for people who cares about ratings, Rod gave it a very solid 3 out of 5 on Untappd. I just want to point that out.
I did give it a 3 out of 5.
He did. He said, if you can grab it, don't unless you get a Rod J deal. That's exactly what his comments was. Exactly. I'm reading the check-in right now. Exactly what it says.
And actually, now I'm going to drink the Brute IPA. And actually, trying to use some of my glassware. So I got the
Hashtag proper glassware. Hashtag proper glassware.
I don't usually do it.
Go ahead, Rad.
No, I don't usually do it. I'm like the Star Wars kids who don't take the toys out of the package usually.
So I want to know from you guys and people that into the comments section, did you like Malt Liquor Monday where I poured the Old English 800 into the Founders class?
I thought it was extremely classy, and not sure if you won anybody over, but I feel like I appreciated it. That's all I know.
Hey, that was well, I think you guys know what I was kind of getting after by doing that. So,
I mean, clearly you're trying to get all the aromatics out of it the best glass possible.
exactly, Joe. Exactly.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, how are you supposed to drink malt liquor? Or like you're supposed to drink malt liquor out of the bottle?
With the bag around it.
With the bag.
Yeah, the brown
I forgot
bag.
to wear the sunglasses and put the ski mask on. Sorry.
proper bag.
Amateur.
And then we have Earth says it must be the pink Himalayan sea salt. I think he's referencing Eric Gilbert.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that had pink Himalayan sea salt. The 10W40 salt and maple. And we are caught up on the comments.
Nice.
Earth, what are you drinking, Earth? And whoever else in the comment who hasn't said?
I have to get Earth a package out there for Michigan beer.
I just sent him out a return package for the one he sent me a couple weeks ago. And hopefully it survives. I did not pack them as well as Earth packed them for me. Each one was pretty much, I don't know, a bomb. Like it was like fucking each beer was like 15 inches thick of just bubble wrap. So she was like, I don't mess around. Mine's just like, if it makes it, it makes it. We'll see her. But I did mention, Eric, I sent him the Plead the Fifth barrel age you sent me. I actually forwarded it to him because I've had it before and he's always wanted to try it. So I was like, I mean, I've had it multiple times. So that one, Earth, comes courtesy of Eric via me, but it's Eric's bottle that he sent. So when you post it on Tap, be like, thank you, Eric. Don't thank me.
God, this beer sucks. Thanks, Eric. God.
I sent him a base, the base of Plead the Fifth too, so he can compare the two.
Okay.
I think that'd be a good way to do it, right? So
Nice.
I'd
And then
like to know what you think, Earth, when you get.
I got to tell you,
yeah, for sure.
we were talking the other week. I think it might have been me and Joe might have been talking on one of the other streams, but ever since going back to like just hand washing glasses, you do notice a difference from the dishwasher.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I don't know.
Now I'm kind of addicted to doing them because it's like, yeah.
Well, the thing is like I noticed when I first, pretty much got into craft beer the first couple of years, I put them in the dishwasher and I noticed I'd get a lot of spots on them. They didn't necessarily look dirty. You'd have like water, like you would just look at the glass and be like water spots everywhere. And got to a point where like I was just like, oh, it's kind of stupid because it looks. I don't know why it matters. Like it matters that it's dirty to some degree, but like I just started hand washing them, and people go nuts. And like Eric Gilbert's talking, I think he said uses some kind of vinegar and stuff. I just use regular like dish soap with water, but my water must not be hard because I never really almost have any issue with like the bubbles on the side of the glass from water spots and stuff. So, but hand washing is the way to go. I mean, it only takes a couple minutes. and if you have a couple glasses, a couple minutes, now you have to sit there and fucking scrub it for 2 hours. Like you're good to go. Just quick washing, you're fine.
Yeah,
and there's all different ways too to do it. So it's not like you have to do a specific way. There's just clean them.
Yeah, I mean, proper etiquette is to hand wash them anyway, but a lot of times you do them in the dishwasher and stuff. But yeah, but you can get crazy. I think Bumpy said he like puts them in the oven or something too. I'm like, what are you talking
Holy
about?
Christ!
He does something to heat them. Well, he does something to heat them up or something. He said he dries them, not oven, freaking dryer on a high heat dryer. Yeah,
it's like he's putting them in
the oven. Whoa.
What is that's some serious shit.
He puts them in the dishwasher on high heat, but I'm like, as long as you air dry them, they're fine.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just put them upside down. I have like a what do you call it? A microfiber like mat, and where I put all like any hand wash dishes and just put them upside down. They're good to go.
I gotta get in the habit of hand washing them because I do what you guys do. I just kind of not you guys. I just throw them into the dishwasher and go, oh, okay, they're in the dishwasher, and then they come out like you guys said. I got real hard water, so come on, all that milky kind of look to it.
Yeah, and I always knew to hand wash them. I just was kind of lazy to do them before, but it's like, yeah, you know what? Like you said, Joe, a couple minutes and you're done with them. So.
Yeah. And usually after I use them, after when we're done tonight, I'll just go up and wash this and be done. Like when I review a beer or two, I'll do the same thing. Like the longer I feel like you just get it out of the way and it's done, and then I just can put it away a little bit later. It's good to go.
I've always hand washed mine just because of the fact that I was afraid that putting them in the dishwasher would end up peeling the logo off your glass or whatever.
And there are a lot of like if you ever get a glass that has like gold or silver or anything like to it, like they will chip away over time and fade away if you do put them in the dishwasher. So keep that in mind too if you care about the logos on glasses. Which I mean, we're all beer nerds. The reason I have fucking so many different glasses because the logo proper glassware hashtag. Fuck that hashtag. It doesn't make the beer taste any better, but it sure is cool shit.
Well, it gives it a look. Well, actually, it will with hand washing. It can affect it. The head holds more retention and stuff too, so
yeah,
it can come into play.
Yeah, Earth says he's drinking Avery Lilikoi Coppola, which is a great passion fruit.
Drinking that last week.
Yeah, that is probably my favorite, like readily available, reasonably priced, like summer beer. Summer beer. Yeah, it's like there's so much. Like I said, this has a lot of passion fruit in it. That has a lot of passion fruit in it.
Yeah.
That has a lot of passion fruit in it.
Yeah. I remember the first time I had that was at one of our places called Hangover Easy, which has like these huge portions of dishes. And obviously it's only open for breakfast and lunch, but it was like a brunch type thing. And I was like, whoa, what is this? And just it really blasted you nicely with the flavors. Big Bad Brewing.
Yeah, out of Mason, which is only about 10-minute drive from me. 15-minute drive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Local. Speaking of local.
Local.
So tomorrow, I told you guys I'll be going down to Darkness Brewing, which is one of our local places. And I don't know if I'm going to live stream it or if what do you think of Charlie Marford?
Darkness. Medieval. I don't know. Darkness. I instantly think of that sketch.
So I'm going to be meeting with one of the head brewers there tomorrow, and either we'll live stream it or record it, depending. Because now, thank you YouTube. If I live stream it, I have to bring my laptop, which I can do, versus just having my phone there, which has been a lot easier. And
YouTube. Sorry,
yeah,
that's shit.
And I'm going to talk about some of their beers and stuff. So that'll probably be around 12:30 or so tomorrow, 1 o'clock, since I'm off tomorrow. And then afterwards, I'm going out to Adina Distributing, who I also met with. And we're going to sit down and talk with him, who's actually runs a distribution company, which will be interesting getting into some of the distribution talk about how beer stuff are done. So that'll be around 3:30 or 4 or so. Tomorrow I got a couple stops that hopefully if I live stream them, people can ask questions and stuff on those streams if they have any.
What time is what time are you planning on doing again?
The Darkness is about 12:30 or so, probably. Mm-hmm. And Adina is like right around 3:30 or 4, somewhere around there. Between 3 and 4.
And if he has time, he might go to Bed Bath Beyond and Home Depot. Only if I have time. Only if I have time.
If you guys are watching, you hit the notification bell, then you'll be notified when those start tomorrow as well.
Will we though?
Yeah.
Will we, YouTube? Will we be notified?
And tomorrow's upload, which you might like, Joe, is the all you guys might like about Joe might like a little bit more is the blackberry barley wine from New Belgium from the Lips of Faith series. Yeah.
I did not. I want to say I had a. I don't think I had that one though. I got sampled some at a local place when that came out, but I don't think it was that one. Yeah, no, that sounded interesting for sure.
Yeah, I like the Lips of Faith. It does some pretty good stuff with them.
Haven't had anything out of that series for a while. It's been a while.
Yeah,
definitely check it out. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, I was just telling Todd, check it out. For all you Budweiser drinkers, Discovery beer was out. I didn't pick up any, but I saw the 6-pack was out. So people were the Discovery beer from Budweiser.
I'll have to pick me up a 6-pack of that.
Rod, you should have. You picked up the Natterday. Should have just kept on going.
Yeah. If I would have been coming home afterward, I would have picked up the 25-ounce can of Jenny Cream Ale we have there now. Because I still have never had a Jenny Cream Ale. Now we can get individuals.
They got the new label, baby. We got the new label.
Yeah.
And I'll pick up some Genesee Ice for Joe too.
No, do not do that. Don't ever do that.
I've done Genesee Ice before. I've done a review on that.
Yeah, no one wants to.
Joe doesn't appreciate Genesee Ice.
No, I appreciate everything that's not Genesee Ice from Genesee. Really going to their, what was really, really good, and I wish they would bring it back out. And I should say, when I say really good, let me just slow my roll for a second. What's really solid, let's say just really solid, is their Warhorse, which they don't release. It's pretty much brewery only. You can get it there, but they haven't packaged it in a long time. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like their Bach.
Oh, their Bach's great for fucking German. Like, I got a message on one of my at my Bach review that I did when I did Genesee Week last year, but I got because they released it in the spring and they just did it recently. Somebody messaged me and was like, "This was totally undrinkable. Now I feel like I'm going to waste my money on the grapefruit Kolsch that I got from them." And I'm like, they're totally different beers, but the Bach itself, like for a German style Bach, it is what it is. It's good.
It's delicious, man. I love it.
Yeah, and it's free. Like you can get a fucking 12-pack for like $8.99. Like, come on! Like you can't really beat that.
Yeah, they have some of their Bach beers on sale at Jungle Gyms here that they got rid of, like 6-packs for like $3.99 or something.
Yeah,
But speaking of beers sitting around,
here we go.
What are we doing? What's happening?
These beers that are all up in the legendary atmosphere of craft beer, right? That now you just see them sitting on shelves. Zombie Dust. One of the places I went to tonight is like just Zombie Dust was sitting there on top of Zombie Dust that just came out. Like it's not moving that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There was still some KBS right next to it, not moving that quickly. So it's just like funny, like the ones that were on top of the hill before, now you can just find them out there in places, and it's like, not interested.
That reminds me. Next time either you or Todd sent out a beer mail, a fresh Zombie Dust would be a welcome thing.
You never went to Zombie Dust? You never got Zombie Dust?
No, I did, but I didn't. It was before I started my channel, so I'd like to review that. But I'd also like to drink. It's fucking awesome. But
I'll get one to you.
Yeah, it's just that's still one of my favorite.
I was there. Yeah, I didn't. I thought you.
There was a stack 6 feet high at Benny's when I was in Chicago. I was like,
Zombie
Dust.
No one likes a braggart, okay?
Well, I didn't grab it. I'm just like, damn, man, that's a lot of Zombie Dust.
Yeah,
that was the same way when I was there, Eric, last year at Benny's. It was the same thing. It was just like stacks upon stacks. So like, what is going on?
Make sure it wasn't the same batch now. You know, Eric's struggling for years on being true.
Eric, if it says 2014, put it back, man.
Keep laughing, guys. Keep laughing.
Put it down and walk away. Just put it down and walk away.
I wanted to grab some Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and Torpedo just to review them, just to review it. Obviously, I've had those beers, tons of times before, but like I can't find a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale that's like fresher than like 4 or 5 months old. It's insane to me. Like I cannot find fresh Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I'm like, it's everybody. A lot of people like it. You can get it everywhere, but like in my area, you can almost never find it fresh. And I'm like, I'll fucking drink one 2 or 3 months old at this point.
Yeah.
But like, I can't believe it. I'd imagine you have to buy probably like a fresh 12-pack of it or maybe case or something. I'd imagine like the singles probably just sit there.
Well, we got the ones now in like the 19-ounce cans, and I think those are pretty fresh ones. They were the same store as that today too. So
I might have to look for one of those then. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Lagunitas did the same thing with their IPA, and last time I saw it, like it was pretty fresh too. So I might have to look into that. I didn't think about that. Good call, Rod. Good call.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me though that those are sitting around like that, because way everybody kind of goes for the new stuff or stuff you haven't had. So everybody's had that multiple times, so it doesn't really shock me that you can't find one fresh.
And that's
but you're right. As much as they distribute it and as much as they brew it, you should be able to get a fresh can of it.
Well, being they got places on both sides of the country now.
Well, I would think probably the key thing is that most people who are drinking Sierra Nevada Pale Ale or even Torpedo are buying it by at least the 6-packs, if not the 12-packs, probably cases. So when you see individual bottles, it's just probably like, okay, we have some left over. We'll throw a couple out and they sit there for a while, because I don't know too many people that are just going to walk in and buy a single Sierra Nevada Pale Ale most of the time.
True.
So it makes sense from that perspective. Maybe I will just have to bite the bullet and grab a 6-pack. Oh, the horror. But, I mean.
Well, what about the 25-ounce bottles? You not see those either? They're fresh?
Not fresh. I've seen them, not fresh. And like I said, I'm not even a stickler for like, it's got to be 2 days old, but like I can't find them like literally under 4 months old. Like it's unbelievable. Like I don't want to. I want to drink a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale right now that's like actually brewed in 2019. That's at least I'm looking for. I'm not looking for more. I feel like that's fair, right?
Like first world craft beer problems,
Yeah. No, it is. That's why I could just wait on that. Like I could just wait on that. Like if I happen upon one that's like a month old at some point, then I'll grab it. Like it's not. I don't need to see. I don't have to kill anyone to get it. I don't have to snipe anybody. You know what I mean?
I think you got like Paul's distribution coming your way now. So,
he actually has good distribution now. It's crazy. He's like, I'm drinking this beer and it's 2 weeks old. And I'm like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
You sure it's not 2 years, Paul? What are you talking about? Now he's got this new place that is they'll order stuff for him. They get a lot of new releases and stuff. So he's like in heaven.
Yeah, that's why you gotta always get more than one place in your rotation so you know what's going on.
Yeah. Look at Todd. He's cracking it open.
Oh, my God. Do a review, but not a dual review because Rod said, fuck it.
But Todd doesn't have a channel. Todd can do a Todd review here.
We'll shut up and just do it, Todd.
I could.
Go ahead. It's a Todd exclusive.
How dare I?
Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot.
Do it, Todd. Go. Todd, do it right now.
Pressure, man. Pressure.
What does it look like? Oh, my God.
It's black.
Oh, my God.
Can't see anything through it. No fingers in behind. Head dissipated very quickly. Very few bubbles. Not much action going on there. Does have a sweet smell. And a disclosure, as Joe would say, I have had this one before. So one. I got a 4-pack of them. I had one of them. So
full disclosure, indeed.
Do definitely get some of the syrup sweetness out of it. Definitely getting a little bit of coffee vibe. Not much. Definitely some sweetness to it. Which is, if no one's seen it before, it was Imperial Stout brewed with maple syrup, chocolate, vanilla, pink Himalayan salt, and lactose. So definitely getting some of the sweetness out of that with the lactose and the vanilla. Not getting much chocolate on the nose, though. Definitely getting some of the sweetness of the syrup, for sure.
Let me ask you a question, Todd.
Okay.
Can you specify pink Himalayan sea salt in there?
As a matter of fact, I cannot. I cannot.
Oh, man.
Maybe a little bit white bread. No, just kidding.
See what you did there.
Shots fired.
And with it being salted maple, which I guess is the pink Himalayan salt, I'm not getting that vibe at all. So anyway, we'll see what it tastes like. First notes, coffee hitting, which is probably the dark roasted malts used in the beer. Not much chocolate, a little bit of the sweet lactose, vibe to it for sure. Not getting much of the vanilla, not much saltiness either at all. And it's been sitting out too since we started. So what? Maybe an hour? Not quite an hour yet since we started the review.
Would you say that's probably right now around cellar temperature? Would you say, give or take?
I'd probably say that. Yeah.
I see what you did there, Joe.
Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit colder than that, but not much. That's nice. It's a nice brew. I mean, it's not anything with all the adjuncts in it. I don't pick up as much as what they're saying. I mean, it is. I mean, to me, I get more of the coffee flavor to it than I get anything else out of it. Really not picking up much vanilla. Don't get any of the saltiness of it. Not sure what the pink Himalayan sea salt is supposed to, or the pink Himalayan salt is supposed to do for it. I mean, I honestly don't know if I've ever had that, so I'm not sure what it actually tastes like.
It's not really much different. I mean, they're just going for like a salted, probably like, either salted caramel, chocolate caramel, probably salted maple, whatever.
I think it's like a heavier type salting, like Morton's or whatever, but
it's like more intense or whatever. Yeah. But it's not like it doesn't like the taste isn't much different.
Right. Yeah, I'm not picking that up at all. And again, get a little bit of maple flavor, just a bit, kind of syrupy, which is what they're saying, like pancake syrup type vibe to it, a little bit sweetness. Not much of vanilla flavor to it, but a little bit of the milkiness of the lactose for sure. It's a decent beer. I mean, it's not bad.
What was the price on that can?
8% ABV. I think I got that for thinking it was $11.99 for 4-pack, maybe $12.99 for 4-pack.
Fuck, I thought it would be at least $5 a can. That's not bad.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm thinking it was $11.99. But it's been a couple weeks, and I bought a shit ton of stuff with it too. So, Rod, what'd you pay for yours?
Fucking
it's a dumb question, I know, because it's probably like $5.99.
Mine, I just got the one can, so I ended up paying like I think $4. But I think the 4-pack was like $13.99 maybe or something. I got a little bit of an upcharge because I bought the one.
Considering it's 8%, has all those adjuncts in it. I mean, $4 a can, or $13, $14 a 4-pack's worth it.
But
definitely worth trying. I'm curious to see how Rod thinks of it when he gets it. I haven't had any of the other 10W40s. This is the first one I've actually been able to pick up. So
he has a Todd in his cellar.
Yes, I know. That's why I said I'm curious to see what he says about it. If he would want to get it now, but no.
Oh no, it's too warm, says Rod.
Could have done a live review together.
I got other beers ahead of it right now. Well, you got more. You got a 4-pack, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got 2 left.
Well, so you still do a review with me, and we'll do a review together. Another one.
Let's do it.
Everything. Todd's gonna.
I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Untapped.
Todd's gonna pull somebody that I won't name and just be like, "I never had this one before." Oh my god! That's totally not the last
one. It's amazing. And that right there is why I don't have my own channel, because I'm terrible at it.
You're good at it.
That's not bad, Todd.
You trust me, you did better than a lot of other people I've seen on YouTube.
Like better than me.
Shots fired.
My videos would be like 2 minutes long. This is what it is. All right, drink it. That's good. All right, see you guys later.
I'm pouring it. Tastes like a stout. I give it a 4 out of 5. See you guys later.
See ya. Thanks for tuning in.
Some people like this.
7 million viewers.
7 million
followers.
Because everybody fucking can't handle watching it. Like, I had the 1:30 mark. I start fucking tweaking. Like, I need to go. I can't watch all the way through.
If I do that might be what I do instead of the Moo Quickies. Like on the 10th, I'll do the Moo Quickie -2. I'll do like 2-minute video. Super quickie.
Chris, he went from he did the moves, my own opinions, to the Moo Quickies, but the Moo Quickies are still like 6 or 7 minutes. I'm like, I don't understand why you call them quickies anymore, Chris.
Do the Chuck Woolery 2 and 2 beer review.
That's right.
Earth says, I need a zombie dust. Everyone put your list together.
Earth never had a zombie dust?
Earth, we'll get you one, buddy. We'll get you one.
He says, everyone put your list together so we can make dreams come true.
We could definitely do that.
Make a wish.
And then Foamy says, now having an Abita Subtle Tea Golden Ale. Cheers. I haven't seen that one yet.
Which one is it?
Abita. It's their Subtle Tea Golden Ale.
I got a few Abitas down here.
Eric Gilbert says, next to the furnace temp. Yeah, no, that's only on Nick's channel. That'll always go down as being the funniest thing when his buddy, they did, I think it was either Rochefort 10 or St. Bernardus App 12, and it was off, and he's like, where'd you age it? He's like, oh, I was in here. It's like, next to the furnace? He's like, yeah, you did affected it? I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, it's totally cool. Just like 90 degree, 100 degree temperature all time. Like, it's no, of course.
Get up to the Paul range.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Earth says he shared some beers on your Untapped, Eric. So,
I know, I'm going to have to look at Untapped here. I'll get back with you.
Eric Gilbert, in true trolling form, says Todd is better than Joe and Eric put together.
Sweet.
Wow.
I knew I liked him for some reason. I would say that I forgot to mention it is a little thin.
Hey, but Todd and Joe don't do Malt Liquor Monday, buddy.
True.
No, we do not.
There's a reason for that, Eric. There's a reason for that.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind that I don't have a watch on. Oh, there's the time. It's almost 10:15 on a weekday, which means Eric Gilbert is probably shit-faced, so don't believe what he says.
He hasn't broke up the whiskey yet, or he hasn't told us he has.
Yo, he doesn't have to tell us. About 9 o'clock or so, whiskey gets brought out. He starts slurring his speech in typing form. It's terrible. But I do enjoy trying to decode what he's typing half the time. It's a lot of fun. Earth then says, Todd's beer reviews is coming soon, methinks. Well done, sir.
I should get the channel going.
And that was that was the planet who said good job. The entire planet just told.
I mean, if the planet says good, I mean,
it
has to be, right?
The Earth is revolving in your favor.
Yeah, he does. And then Eric Gilbert says, malt liquor, baby. That's all.
Was that Dusty Rose?
No, I don't know what that was. That
was kind of a tweener.
Yeah, that was me impersonating Eric Gilbert with about, I don't know, pretty much just straight on hammered. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he sounds like. I've never seen him. So clearly, I don't know anything about the man other than he likes to troll. That's all I know.
But there's a report that came out earlier in NBC News. Why do people love coffee and beer? It's the buzz, not the taste, the study finds. What? I don't know what study they were doing. I mean, obviously, if you're drinking shitty beer, maybe, and shitty coffee, but my coffee tastes good, and the beer I drink tastes good. So I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is goddamn great.
Yeah, that's worlds coming together right there. What Eric has. Oh my god.
So Eric, how much are those? You said there are cases still left.
$9.99 a bottle.
$9.99?
Yeah, for what is it?
Low ties? Yeah, that's right.
12.9.
That's about right.
No, that's goodness. I need glasses.
Get the readers. Son.
Yeah, 12.9. I need cheaters.
What is that? Is that a bomber? I can't remember if that was.
Yeah, it is a bomber. Yeah.
I said that's a good fucking.
I still haven't found a Waldo's anywhere. Although
I haven't either.
I do have places. I have places around me that have it on tap. I can go there and always enjoy it. But I was trying to get the bottles. But
yeah, I
go ahead, Joe.
Oh, you go ahead there.
I said when I was at Lagunitas, they didn't have this on. They didn't have this on tap. For obvious reasons, it probably went too quick.
They didn't have it on tap when I was there either. They had the Super Cluster. And
they had that.
Some of the other ones that just came out with recently, the Citrus Pale Ale, the orange one.
Citrus, remember that? Yeah. Is it blood orange? The blood orange pale ale, right?
Yeah.
but I don't know if you guys seen it on my Facebook page. I took a picture of it, and I'm like, I'm walking down here, and I'm thinking, am I going to a strip club or am I going to a brewery?
Yeah, when you walk in, it's that neon sign. Like you're going, you're like,
and then there's black lighting all the way down.
At the point you think you might be at a deja vu. You're not really sure.
So Eric, the question is, what was you hoping it was going to be?
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be a strip club. Is what I was hoping it would be. But I was like, damn, craft beer and strip club.
Next up, everybody, let's welcome Candy.
But you guys haven't seen Waldo's yet, and I can't. It's crazy.
Not in any stores yet. I mean, the only place I haven't been to yet is Jungle Gym, so I'm going to try to probably go to this weekend, I should say now. But everywhere else, I haven't been there. But I've had a couple places like where it's been on tap. So
yeah, I grabbed a bottle, reviewed it, and should be out on Sunday. And it was real fresh too, like 2 weeks old. It's crazy.
Oh, nice.
Because usually Lagunitas stuff, I don't think I've. I'm trying to think, aside from like the born yesterday or born again yesterday stuff, all their stuff doesn't show up super fresh, but that was fresh, real fresh. It was exactly how I remembered it being. So,
yeah,
I heard this year's
anything for this year. Did they change anything for this year?
No, it's the same. But a lot of people were saying like it's not as flavorful. I will tell you this: there was decent dankness to it, but like. It seemed way more balanced than I remember it, like being the big triple IP that it is. Like it definitely had a big malt sweetness to it and whatnot. It was good, but I just remember it being like extremely dank to the point where it was like, yeah, you know what they're exactly going for without. We don't even need all the hints for 420 and this and that. Like you knew, and it wasn't that I guess impactful. Yeah, this year it was still good though.
So I've been hearing a lot of people saying it was better this year than the last year or two.
Really? See, I've seen a lot of people say the opposite. So I don't. Everybody's different though. Like everybody.
Yeah. I mean, just pick it up and judge it for yourself. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, it was still really good. Like it's fucking triple IPA, 11.7% doesn't really have the alcohol you'd expect from a beer that big at all. And it's reasonably priced too because Lagunitas can't beat it.
It's just like some people don't know what they're talking about. It's like that report that came out about the women brewers and like how like when people find out they're a women brewer, like there's like a negative aspect or something. Like they have blind tests and everybody liked these beers and stuff, and then they find out women brewers and like they got their scores docked. It's like why? Yeah. It's still a good beer. Like it's just stupid.
Because I've mentioned it plenty of times, and a lot of people have as well. But it's like anything else in life. You have bias in your life, whether it's doing like we do, like the blind beer reviews and stuff. You take out most of it. But still, look, when you do a blind beer review, right? You take out, you don't know who it came from, right? You don't know the brewery, right? You know nothing about it. You don't know the freshness of anything. But when you pour it and you start tasting it, you kind of know the style. And then if you like that style, you don't like that style, it's still going to affect how you feel overall. Trying to guess it's one thing, but like how much you like it is another. But like when it comes to reviews and stuff and just drinking beer in general, there's preconceived notions and bias and everything. Like people won't pick up. They can sit there and say like fucking Bourbon County or whatever is what a fucking terrible beer just because Budweiser brews it. It's like
right.
No, you might not like the beer or you might not think it's amazing, but it's not because of who owns the company. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with it. It's just your bias towards them, and it's the perfect point with you and the women's brewers. It's like, oh, a woman made my beer, so it's automatically we're gonna dock it. It's like, what kind of fucking thinking is that? That's dumb.
The thing is like. They didn't even know until after the fact. And then it's like, if we would have told you, you still would have been good to go with it. You know what I mean? So it's not like any big deal really changed on it. So now it's like, oh, why? It's like, what are you talking about? Just stop.
Well, it's like people. It's like, yeah, I mean, what is the point? What is the point of docking it after the fact? Then it just makes you look like an asshole. That's all it makes you look like.
Exactly.
But like, you see a lot of these bigger, like we talked about like New England style IPAs and like Sam Adams. Like I think a lot of us, well, I know you are, Rod. New England style IPA from Sam Adams is pretty damn solid. Not just for Sam Adams, it's a pretty solid. So I reviewed. I posted yesterday the Southern Tier Lake Shore Fog New England style IPA they did. Well, they didn't call it New England, it said hazy and juicy, but it was. Man, I would tell you what, if you put that in a bigger brew, like bigger hype breweries can, and try to pass that off as one of their breweries, a lot of people will be like, oh, this is pretty solid for Trillium or Treehouse or Other Half or whatever. It says a Southern Tier, there's a lot of people like, oh, it's not that great or whatever. I'm like, okay, I would love to send that out as a blind beer and just see what people think, because
I like Southern Tier. It's
Southern Tier. They're an OG fucking brewery that still does good things. I mean, do they make the best fucking beers ever? No, but they're always consistent, and they have a lot of different offerings too, and they're well priced. They're readily available. You can pick them up almost anywhere. If you get Southern Tier, there's a lot.
I know a lot of people that do it just that, Joe. It's like whatever the label is, Southern Tier, Sam Adams, whatever, they're automatically going to be like, turn their nose up at it and like, no, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And just like you said, if you'd pour it into somebody else's can, it could be that same beer, whatever. It would be, oh, this is fantastic. Just because it's like they had the pre-notion of the hype of a brewery or whatever, just because it's a Trillium or Treehouse or Other Half or whatever, what the case may be. It's just like automatically, because you can't get it, it's better than everything else.
Well, perfect example is when Joe, you sent me that Narragansett beer. I thought that was great.
Like the lager, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys know that I'm an American Adjunct Lager fan. Anybody who watches my channel knows that. But I put that in, and I'm sure you watch. You're like, man, is this fucking Coors Light? I think that's what I said in the video. I'm like, is this Coors Light? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it was Coors or Bud or Miller or whatever. I didn't realize it was Narragansett until I pulled the whatever he had on there way.
Yeah.
Well, and I've told you that same thing with like 450 North. A lot of local people here just dog the shit out of them. Everybody else I've ever sent them to is like, oh, they're great, and I think they're good. I'm like,
yeah,
just because they're local, whatever. I don't understand like some people's views sometimes on things. Like it doesn't make any sense, really.
Yeah.
But if you were to package that and put somebody else's name on it, that same exact beer, they'd probably be like, oh, this is amazing.
Or the flip side is there's a lot of beers that are released from, again, the hype breweries that maybe aren't all that great, but because they're a hype brewery, they get an extra quarter point, or people saying like, oh no, this is really good. If you put that exact same beer in like a fucking Victory or a Southern Tier bottle or glass, or a bottle or can, they would probably dog it as well. It's just like emotions and bias will always exist, and that's how it is in life. It's like fucking people who for a long time it was Ford versus Chevy, right? Like people who love Chevy would dog Ford, even if they thought it was better. It doesn't matter. I'm a Chevy guy. Fuck Ford. And
I used to be one of those.
It's just you gotta. I feel like you just gotta be honest. Like you can have your favorites or your preferences or whatever, but you be honest. Got to call a spade a spade. If a beer is good, no matter who brews it, be honest with yourself. Otherwise, I don't get the point of just lying about it. It just seems stupid to me.
Yeah.
Funny that you brought up Ford Chevy, by the way, too.
Segue.
Earlier this week in Virginia, I don't know if you guys saw this story or not. You got to love families, though, right? So an argument broke out in a family over Ford and Chevy. So they were arguing over which one was better, Ford or Chevy, as far as vehicles. And someone got shot. Like someone brought up a gun. What? The family member. Let's make him pull it up here. Give me a second.
I don't know about you guys, but clearly,
Rod, are you sure that wasn't in Kentucky?
No, it was Virginia this time. So you take a look here. Chevy or Ford argument reportedly sparks Virginia shooting.
My God.
Yeah. So let's see here. I got to go to the other screen. I can scroll down on it. Yeah, Virginia man arrested last week after he allegedly shot 2 people because they seemingly disagreed on a topic. Which is better, a Chevy or a Ford? I don't know why you want to get an argument with this guy. Looking at this guy, like you might want to let it go after a certain point. But it says Mark Turner, 56, taken into custody. Took place the night before. His girlfriend's son, and son's girlfriend were eating dinner at home. City roughly 28 miles outside Roanoke when the group went out to the front yard. Like, why would you go out with them to the front yard? Like, nothing happens good in the front yard. Couldn't agree on which was better, Chevrolet or Ford vehicles. Turner allegedly whipped out a knife during the argument. A situation in which Turner's girlfriend tried to de-escalate, and then Turner's girlfriend was stabbed with the knife in her lower back, sustaining a 6-inch wound. The man then retrieved the gun from inside the home. When his girlfriend again put herself between Turner and his son, Turner allegedly shot the guy in the leg 5 times. 5 times. I'm going to prove my point to you 5 times, and then shot her son in the arm.
Why? I can't believe this is. I can't. My brain is cracking up. I don't know.
Hey, Brad, bring that back up. Bring that back up.
I don't know. can't stop.
I like the little link up right above it, right in between there.
Let me see.
I thought that you were going to bring that up. It was going to be an Onion article, like not an actual real article.
No, it's actually there.
So right up at the top, Wyoming man allegedly stole from store and applied for a job.
Holy fuck! This is all terrible.
You can't make that up. You cannot make that up.
Well, look at this part here. It says Nan said the alcohol might have been involved. Might have been? I'm thinking there had to be some alcohol involved. It got to this crazy.
I don't think I've ever gotten in an argument about anything to the point where I want to go get a gun and shoot somebody because their opinion is wrong. Like that just seems like
over Ford and Chevy.
Yeah, over something that literally does not matter at all. Like at all.
America.
Yeah.
First world problem.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's
Speaking of America, we'll segue into the comments, which are all Canadian right now. Eric Gilbert says he's drinking Walker's Old Special Rye Sons.
There you go.
And then he says, I have a high-pitch East End Toronto accent. I don't even want to picture that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know anything about that, Eric. Your Tekumuri shows up and says, fuck you, Joe. Okay, that's appropriate. And he says, can't wait to see you soon, which he will be at the Albino Rhino Beer Festival on the night before the share. Ewert's going to show up in all of his infinite glory.
How far out is that? That's like a couple weeks or so, or 3 weeks?
It's May 25th is the actual fest, and May 24th is the bottle share. We're all going to Sexton Brewing's house, Ashley's, and should be a lot of other Canadian beer tubers. Nick over at Maxwell Star, Redbeard, unfortunately. I love your Redbeard, except for I don't. Myself, Chris over at Off the 10th. Ashley's obviously going to be there, I hope, since that's his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know who else. Paul said he's coming up. We'll see.
When is this, Joe?
May 25th.
And where's it at?
It's in Southern Ontario in Welland, which is not far from Niagara Falls.
I'm close enough. I might cross the border and
it's probably like a fucking 6-hour drive for you. No big deal.
Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah,
you should, Eric. You'd be probably blasted there.
Oh, you get fucking you get shit faced. It'd be great.
Just stay away from taquitos.
No. Nick was like, where's the nearest 7-Eleven, Ashley? And Ashley's like, nope, no one's coming into my house.
Well, they're gonna have tacos at 7-Elevens now.
Yeah,
tacos.
He laid down the law. He said no 7-Eleven, but he said taquitos specifically. Also, no Taco Bell is to be consumed before we enter his house. And I was like, that's fair. That's fair. You want to have a toilet that remains, and I get it.
It's not a wear and tear.
Yeah, it's a lot of wear and tear. The plumbing. There might be an issue with the plumbing by the time the night is over at that point. So you don't want to, especially with Nick. You don't even know what that man's bowels are doing. Intestines and things are happening. It's unbelievable. And then he says, "Damn it, Eric! Walker's Old Special Rye," talking to Eric Gilbert because Eric Gilbert's drinking apparently a cheap beer or a cheap rye whiskey, because then he says cheap and solid. That's his response. That's why he's drinking it. And then Ewert says, judging a beer by its label. I guess. Yeah.
Profiling.
Yeah, that's the way to go. It's the way to go. If you're going to judge by something, got to judge it by a label. And then Eric Gilbert says, Murica, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. After reading that comment, what else can you say? Or reading that story? That's just America right there. I mean,
yeah, not certain parts of America. That's certain parts of America.
Could have been at any trailer park, but it was.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's one of the dumbest fucking stories thing ever.
But no, we were talking about how people like pick out stuff like on the rating. It's like tonight I went out and I had this beer from Rheingeist. It's called Calmer. It's a Kolsch. It's a cucumber, lemon type Kolsch. Solid. You get all the flavors out of it. You get exactly what you expect. You get a nice feel of the cucumber, nice crisp, clean feel to it. And I look on Untapped, and it was like people are like, 2.8, 2 points. Like, what are you talking about? It's like if you know the style and you know what the flavor is going to be, everything is there you expected to get. So. Did you not pay attention before you got the beer? I mean, It was clearly better. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was clearly better. It was clearly a good beer, but people were just like, like I guess you just thought because Ryan Guys make so many IPAs it was an IPA. Well, maybe you should know what the fuck you're drinking before you actually rate something. You know, I'm just saying.
The weather isn't bad outside, so he's not that. You know,
not raining outside.
It's funny you mentioned that, though, Rod.
Yeah.
We went with the first year we went to the Albano Rhino Beer Festival. It was really cool because the night before at the bottle share, one of the brewers that was coming to the fest the next day and pouring beers, he actually came to the bottle share with his wife. He just came and drank some different beers or whatever. And, you know, that was, I want to say it was 2014. So like on tap, still in its infancy, it was like a couple of years old. And he was not a fan of Untapped. And one of the specific things he mentioned is one of his beers was a stout. And he goes, I kind of just stopped going to Untap and looking at any kind of ratings for my beers or anything from the brewery itself because there was a guy, who went on there, he drank our stout and gave it like a 2 out of 5, and his comment was too stouty. and he's like, I don't, I understand everyone has a different palate stuff, but if you're to come to Untapped and drink a stout, and then your check-in is too stouty, and you give it a 2 out of 5. What the fuck is happening right now? Like, what does too stouty mean exactly? I don't know what too stouty means. But you're giving it a 2 out of 5 because it's too much like the style that apparently you don't like.
Yeah.
Like he was like, that's why I kind of just stopped using. He's like, but I would go further and say, if I was a brewer in general, you always want feedback, right? But like I think it'd be hard, but I'd try to ignore people like that because they clearly either don't like the style or they just don't know enough about beer. So I'm not going to take whatever they say into consideration because clearly they just don't know. So, but he was like, I've never seen a dumber comment in my life. He's like, it was so.
But see, I mean, I would have if I was doing like the social media for breweries, I think you should respond to those type of things if you see those comments. Like, well, what about it was too stouty for a beer that was designed to be a stout? I would just put the question back. I'm like, and that guy looked like an idiot to anybody that ever saw that comment from the guy. Like, it's a stout. So what is too stouty about it?
Yeah.
I mean,
you probably never get a response back.
This IPA
you probably would, but you'd have a response there from other people saw his comment and you responded to his comment. He never answers back. It's like, oh, that guy's just an idiot.
Or it's like somebody who's drinking like an adjunct, like be like Todd, drinking the 10W40 salted maple and be like, this is too mapley.
That would have been bad.
You're drinking a fucking salted maple imperial stout. You better expect maple syrup in there. Like
I'm drinking log cabin straight from the bottle, son. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
But then after that, I had it was a really good one too. If it was in a can, I would have loved to get it to you guys. I know Joe, you would have loved this one. It was from 50 West, the one that did the whiteout.
Oh yeah,
they had a strawberry. They had a strawberry guava sour.
Oh yeah, no.
And that was pretty solid. That's the one the waitress didn't charge me for either.
No.
She's like,
don't let her know.
She's like, this is my favorite. And I was like, all right, woo. Then I got the check and like, yes, you really liked it. You didn't even charge me for it.
When you saw the check, you also said me too.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that dreamsicle. The orange.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it yet. So I don't know if they're doing it this year or doing it later or whatever.
They better fucking do it. They better do it.
But last night I had the from the place I'm going tomorrow, Darkness Brewing.
Darkness.
I had their jalapeno common, which is a common ale with a jalapeno in it. I feel like I'm talking slow because in my mind I want to do it like in a Scarface voice. It's so good, and I'm trying not to.
Yeah, no.
Let me tell you about this beer, man. It was so good.
Do it. Just do it. Just do it, brother. Just do it.
I was like, why is he talking so long?
It was really good though. I had a nice kick of the jalapeno spice. It was solid,
Nice.
Yeah, I watched Scarface the other day again, which I'm a big Scarface fan. Tony watches my glassware behind me, son. I mean, I got Tony watching my back.
one of the funniest parts of that, and I don't know if it should be what it is just when he's watching the Pelicans. Flap Pelicans! Flap Pelicans! It's just over and over, and he's in the fucking he's in the bathtub, got a cigar. Flap Pelicans! It's just so good.
Everybody's like, what was that? I don't like Colombia, man. Don't like Colombia.
But Rod, if you do it in your Scarface, you got to say "fuck" at least half a dozen times in like 10 seconds.
And throw in a couple cockroaches, right?
Cockroaches. Yeah. You got
Apparently, my last review, whatever, I forgot what beer I had done, but I put in there about kind of a jaundice type color, and people got a kick out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Jaundice.
Jaundice going.
That was a unique way to describe the look of that beer. Yeah.
It was what popped in my head at that time, you know. Like,
We got a bunch of comments here.
all right.
Eric Gilbert says Windsor is the armpit of Ontario. Welland is the crutch. The crotch. Sorry, not that it could be a crotch, but it is the crotch. So he's not a huge fan of any city with that starts with the letter W. So
Is it Windsor like the strip club city of Canada?
Windsor is right across from
I thought it
Detroit.
was
It could
Toronto.
be.
I
Yeah,
thought it was Toronto.
I thought it was the strip clubs and casinos for Windsor.
that's in Canada, just in general. Niagara Falls, Windsor, Toronto.
I'm just saying, I thought it was in Toronto.
Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Review says, "Cheers, guys." What's up, Billy?
Cheers, Billy. Which I will say, because we were talking about Best of Super Troopers 2 earlier today, they did have some funny Canadian jokes in there. As well,
They did.
So,
They did. Yeah, it was good. He then says, "Is everyone ready for Cinco de Mayo?"
Cinco de Mayo, the day after Derby Day. Because in Kentucky, Derby Day is first. So everybody's getting ready for that here on Saturday. And actually, Friday tomorrow is the Oak, so people are partying for that too.
It's a hammering weekend for sure.
Todd knows.
Todd's going to be in a drunken stupor.
I mean,
tomorrow,
I'm 15 minutes from the whole thing.
I mean, I took off today and tomorrow, and I'm like, I should have really took off Monday by the way things are going right now.
Have you ever went to the Derby, Todd? You ever go?
No.
No.
I've been to Oaks many a times, but I'm not going to the Derby. It's too fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I
I used to go to the track like every Sunday when I was a kid. My mom and dad and my grandma. It was like a whole family used to go to the track every Sunday. So I've been to Churchill Downs a million times. I don't want to go on Derby Day.
Yeah, shit show.
Yeah. That's too expensive. I don't care to go. I'm fine. We're actually having a get together, a party on Saturday. People come over and watch on TV and have drinks, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
So, Todd, what is your take on the mint julep? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Yeah, I'm a nay too. I'm not a big fan of the mint julep.
Although, let's see, when the whatchamacallit there overseas, Brew Dogs, they come and did a mint julep beer with Against the Grain. Remember when their Brew Dogs used to have their show on TV?
Yeah.
So we went over there for the recording of that, and it actually wasn't too bad. They were trying to make a play on the mint julep. It wasn't actually too bad, but in general, the mint julep itself, it sucks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's not good. So if anybody's watching on Saturday and they see all the people with mint juleps, they go, "This is great." No, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's just because they don't know. They're just out of town. They want to look cool. They don't have any idea. It's terrible. Terrible, as Charles would say, it's terrible. Terrible.
It's like, why are you all drinking? Well, it's tradition. Well, there was a lot of bad traditions over here.
All the people who like the mint julep, they're
Exactly.
bunch of knuckleheads.
What is your thought on it, Rod?
I'm not. I've never been a big fan of it. I tried it when I first got to Kentucky a few times, and it was like, I don't know why you're drinking this. You know? It's
right, exactly. Why are you still selling this? Why is this a thing?
One, it doesn't taste great. And two, you're killing bourbon with this thing. I mean, why does just drink the bourbon? You know?
Actually, I think Jim Beam makes a mint julep bourbon. Maybe might just be a local thing at this time. I'm not sure, but. Yeah. It's not good either.
No, it's just like, why are you even? Yeah, it's just no.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you got to come. We got off on a tangent. It's Derby week.
Yeah, keep going. All the hate tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Jason Voorhees just says, "Bro,
hello."
Hello.
Was that Shannon yelling at Todd?
Yeah, Shannon.
Todd, tell her you're on air right now. You don't see the light? I'm on air.
Y'all heard that? That was actually my daughter walking through talking on her phone. I was trying to mute it real quick, but I was too late, I guess.
I have fast reflexes, Todd. We heard it.
It's like, geez, she wasn't even talking that loud. I could barely even hear it myself.
All right, Jason Voorhees.
Sorry.
No,
go ahead, Joe.
No, better than anything else I can do. Jason Voorhees says, "Bro," I don't know what that's in reference to, but he said, "Bro." Eric, a Lions fan, telling everyone that he, especially Billy, that he did a Malt Liquor Monday that's going to feature a brass monkey this upcoming Monday. So be on the lookout, everybody. Cheap plug.
Sons?
That funky monkey.
I was gonna say somebody's got to sing it. You can't say that and nobody's singing
I'm
the
thinking
lyric
about
to it.
dubbing in the very
You gotta dub in the instrumental, see if you get away with it there.
Yeah, you gotta.
If anything, it would just say you couldn't. It would just say you were copywritten and they got a claim. But yeah, you gotta have some brass monkey.
Or I could get a written letter actually from.
Do you do that?
Boys. No, I don't know.
Just say I don't own the rights to the song, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Here it goes.
Just don't ever let Red Beer bring up anything on your channel.
Curling of all things.
Go ahead. Sorry, we didn't mean it.
No, I just said under my breath, but I'm saying out loud, fucking Redbeard is what I was saying. Billy says, Rod sounds like me mad about idiots comparing every style of beer to a West Coast style IPA.
Yeah, there's no sense to do that either. It's like, it's like some people that might say you got a 90 on this beer at the award festival, and this beer got a 90. So they're basically like the same beer. Like, no, that's a stout and that's an adjunct lager. What the hell are you talking about, man?
It's just a rating. Within their style, they mean they're very similar.
Yeah.
So real quick before you move on, as we were talking about the Derby and the Oaks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
I don't fucking care.
The Oaks tomorrow. So it's so big around here that our kids are off school tomorrow because all the teachers all the teachers take off and they can't get enough substitutes. So now they just build it into their calendar year that they're off on Oaks Day.
Yeah.
So a holiday. Yeah. No. They rate a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah, and I just made me think of it because my daughter walked through, so that's what made me think of it.
I was thinking Lexington was out of school and stuff too. I thought just around that area.
Yeah, they very well. That would make sense.
They may be out as well.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So anyway,
very similar to when any Buffalo team makes the playoffs, the kids get off. I don't know, 20 years. So the Bills made the playoffs a couple of years ago, and they got blown out. It was great. Eric Gilbert says, "Too stouty? What a fucking goof!"
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Eric, a Lions fan, then says Gilbert is too packery.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired. Yep, exactly.
Unbelievable. And then Billy laughed, and then Jason Voorhees said, "Poof." And Eric Gilbert said, "Damn straight." Then he says, "Old fashioned, Toronto, Manhattan, Negroni, and Martini, sons." Just naming a bunch of different drinks. Congratulations, Eric. You did so without misspelling anything. Because I'm Redbeard, except for I'm not.
Grammar Nazi.
Yeah, I don't care. I only question when I can't literally understand your comments. Then I get confused because then I'm reading them and I'm like, this makes no sense. And I have to read it 8 times to make sense of it. It's good times. Anyway, and then Earth says, I heard you can get away with playing a song up to 30 seconds before you get any feedback from YouTube. Is that correct?
I believe it.
I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
I've done stuff and I haven't got things on anything unless I've let it play for a while.
That makes sense. That would make sense.
I guess
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But nothing YouTube does make sense. So
exactly. I think that's the same thing with TV or something maybe too. Within a certain period of time that they can get away with a sample. I don't know.
You just said I've done stuff. You're like, I've done stuff.
I've done some.
I've done stuff.
Being a former DJ, I'm used to sampling here and there, so I've dropped a few things in.
Yeah, you've done it on the live show, in fact, at openings and whatnot. So
Not the Olympics, though.
no,
Yeah,
Hey,
not the Olympics.
not the Olympics. When the Olympics are fucking live, okay?
And it was curling of all things.
We all got to get our fucking pirated curling on at every single waking moment. But like, you know,
If I did a slalom, I would have been okay. But curling, no.
like, how do you even explain that to somebody? Like, I couldn't. I like even friends that like just my buddy's fucking show got taken down because of Olympic curling. Like, how does that even go over? Like, what now? The curling's in the Olympics? What were we doing? I'm like, I don't know.
Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Are you?
Actually, we
is this
actually
real
do have
life?
curling clubs now in Ohio and stuff too. Like there are clubs forming.
Curling
Yeah.
it's something. I don't know.
It's shuffleboard on ice, you know. It's like
I imagine it's really fun to play.
Shuffleboard on ice is a very good.
I bet you it's really fun to play though.
Accurate. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Oh, it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know about watching a pirated stream of the Olympics on a beer show.
Here's where our sports entertainment is at nowadays.
Yeah.
You flip on ESPN during the course of the week, and chances are you'll find a Johnsonville National Cornhole.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard it all.
Or you'll find the Entertainment from the video games on there. So things have changed. Everything is just different than what it used to be. So
Way different.
I'm surprised I don't see a ping pong championship yet. I mean, I would think somebody's watching that somewhere in the world. You would think that'd be an ESPN sometime.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. I mean,
The Ocho.
get some dodgeball going, right?
That's such a good one.
What was that game on the playground back in the day when you had the ball on a stick or whatever? It was like the pole, and you had to hit the ball around. What was that game?
Napoleon Dynamite. That's what he liked.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Tetherball?
I don't know what it was called.
It might have been tetherball, but yeah.
There you go. That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tetherball. I was like, I want to say tetherball, but I don't want to sound even dumber than I already am. So
Too late.
I mean, we had a tag movie. Why don't we have a tag as a sport and have some tag playoffs taking place?
yeah,
You know, how about some red light, green light? You know, let's get some shit hopping on ESPN.
Speaking of tag, have y'all seen that movie? Have y'all watched that movie?
I DVR'd it, but I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's good. It's pretty good.
The movie Tag. Yeah.
the comedy. Yeah, no.
It's based on a true story.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
where they play like a lifelong game.
A lifelong game of tag. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Who is in that? Who's the stars? Like, I feel like it's
Is Bateman in that one too?
I would say Bateman's in everything, so I just felt like I was gonna say him, but I'm like, isn't he in that like date?
It's been a while since I've seen it. I was thinking like the guy that played in The Hangover that chipped his tooth or whatever. Ed Helms. Yeah, I think he was in it.
You know who looks like Ed Helms? Jamie from Base and Beer Reviews. He kind of looks like Ed Helms. I'll point that out. Does I always call him Ed Helms, and I can't call him Jamie. He's Ed Helms.
But in all seriousness, though, that movie was a pleasant surprise if you watch it.
Yeah, I have to watch. I got a DVR. I just haven't watched it yet, but
yeah, I'll have to check it. So it's good. It's Todd. Don't be leading us astray.
No, I don't know. It's just pretty, and to find out that it's like that it's a true story, it makes it.
What would you give it?
This is cool.
What would you give it out of 5?
On my Untapped movie reviews, I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, that's strong.
That's strong, Todd. That's strong.
I thought it was good. I liked it. I actually liked it.
So here's a question for you guys and the viewers that are out there. I mean, viewers we got watching, but people that are watching and commenting. As a child, with your friends, what was your favorite childhood game?
Like we know sports, just a game.
Yeah, just like like not the sports, but like a game that you guys played as kids. That was like your favorite game. You
like outdoors or video game or
no, like outdoors running around.
I would say like when we had a decent amount, I used to love kickball. You just have fucking ball, you get enough people. Kickball was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But the problem is it was kind of like baseball where you needed a decent amount of people.
You needed people to play,
yeah.
But it was fun. Kickball was because it was so simple. All you needed was people and a fucking ball. And that's all you needed. It was really simple.
Yeah.
We used to play flashlight tag at night.
That's why tag doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good times.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now, though, you do that now, you're gonna get shot from somebody. Somebody's gonna shoot you.
Well, I mean, based on Chevy and Ford, yes.
right. Like somebody's in my sad yard. It's like midnight. What the fuck are they doing out there? And this little kid, like, I'm just shooting you. I don't care. You're trespassing.
Did you guys play TV tag?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So TV tag was a popular one, and of course you have freeze tag as well. But
all the variations of tag.
Yeah, all of them.
It's like a stout that's been adjuncted 800 times. It's like there's this and this and this. Yeah. There's tag, and there's this type of tag, but then there's this type of tag. And
see, our tag level got to such a high point. Like when I was in Catholic school, at recess we would play Jailbreak. I don't know if you guys ever heard the game Jailbreak, but you'd essentially, this is where you needed more people because you had teams of like 10 on each team.
Was that like Red Rover?
Well, no, it was like a tag that was like on steroids or whatever, because you had like 10 people per person, and the other people on the team would try to catch your people. If they tug you, they put you in basically a jail. So you had to catch all the people before that. But if you can get to the other people without getting tagged, you could tag them, and then we get out, and you would stay. You would keep competing and stuff. But that was when you needed like a bunch of people. But it was a fun game. Obviously, the people that weren't quick got caught the most. I mean, it was just like, you had to be careful when you chose your team, just like when you chose the gym class, you're like, well, we'll take Johnny, well, we'll take Tim, well, we'll take, you get down towards the end, they just become bait at a certain point.
Yeah, because the last one was like, no, you can have them. We don't want them. We don't want them.
Nobody wants Stinky Timmy.
You think that might offend a lot of people nowadays being, the last person picked and whatnot.
True.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. When like we did basketball in school, it was like you
picked the best.
They picked your team, so the kids were captains. So we picked a team, and then it was like we're good. Like the gym teacher come over. All right, well you two go to that team, and you two. Like, no, we're good. No, you would take these people in your team. Yeah. You're like, well, they're not getting in.
So did you? Yeah. Sorry.
You ride the bench and you ride it well, son.
So did y'all play a game that's called Red Rover?
Yeah, we did Red Rover as well.
Yeah. Red Rover, send Rod over. And you have to try to bust through the line.
Yeah.
Looking back, it's like, it's like total clothesline. You're just clotheslining somebody. That's all it is.
Well, we had a game called Hot Peas and Butter.
Hot peas and butter?
I don't know if I want to hear this.
And it's a game you couldn't do nowadays because it was different. When we grew up, in our age, like parents would spank kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the game was someone would hide a belt, and if you found it, you were able to get the other belt on the kids until they got back to base.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
yeah. So it's kind of a game that kind of faded away. Of course,
I can see why.
I can see how that faded away. It probably was a lot of fun to play, but I can see
it was a great time. Yeah,
being a slow white guy, you didn't want to play that game.
You didn't get back to base. Well, as Joe would say, that's on you.
That is on you in that situation. We have Burning Beard. He shows up and says, back when ESPN Go started, they'd aired the miniature golf championships. Sadly, I watched.
They did. Yes, I did too. I remember that.
Did too. I
never saw the miniature golf one.
That was the old putt-putt. It used to be putt-putt.
I wonder if they ever aired like Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
Not
yet, but
give it time.
Yeah. Well, now
copyright that shit, Rod, so they can't steal it from you.
Now would be Magic the Gathering, I'm sure, or whatever. But
yeah.
Those Magic the Gathering tournaments are cutthroat, man.
Oh, you ever see Redbeard play on his channel? Redbeard gets after his buddy on that channel.
That's why I don't watch.
Dumpster fire.
Redbeard is, when it comes to competitive situations and gaming, he gets a little bit angry. Just like picture Eric just going nuts about the rain earlier and times that by about 3,000. That is better.
Times it about.
He's not a sport when it comes to that stuff. Sorry, Redbeard, but he's gotten better. He hasn't raged as much, but I haven't seen him like do competitive gaming lately. It's usually just him streaming.
Is he still even doing gaming?
Occasionally, I think he did.
Yeah, I thought he was doing some stuff for a while.
His work picked back up, so he's I don't think he's got as much time to live stream. Burning Beard then says, I've always wondered what happened to Michael Bridges. He smells like shit 24/7. Hope he made some changes.
Crickets.
I got nothing.
Who are we talking? Who's Michael Bridges exactly? Is that somebody I'll know? Is that okay, I'm going to look him up because I don't think any of us are familiar with him. Okay, so apparently he's a former English professional footballer, so a soccer footballer. So let's see if he does look like he smells like shit 24/7. I don't know. Some pictures I can see it, other pictures not so much. Depends on the picture. Eric Gilbert that says angry gingers are a problem. Well, one specific angry ginger problem.
It's because they've been attacked their whole life and not given a break.
Dude, that night that Redbeard was in there and we were just giving him shit all night about him not showing up for the fucking spotlight. Everybody loved every second of it. They go back and watch it because it's so hilarious. I'm like, it was a good time. We lived it live and it was great times. Burning Beard just says, just an old classmate. Oh, well.
No. Oh, it's like the stinky kid in class. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Every school has one of those.
Okay, so it wasn't even the professional football players, just a guy in class. That's great.
That's all.
I'll say some pictures he did look like he smelled like shit, but other pictures not.
funny little story there. So one year when I was working at one of my other companies, we went to a conference out in Arizona. And so me and my boss were there at the time. My boss, he actually went to Catholic school like for all through 12th grade or whatever like that. It was all boys school and stuff. You know, so you have like boys doing all kinds of stuff, what they do to boys, you know, as far as growing up and haze and all that kind of stuff. And he was telling a story about how they actually put one kid like in the trash can or whatever, you know, and put him in there, you know, left and arrow kind of stuff. And this older guy was sitting next to us now. The older guy, he's like probably like 70 years old or whatever, next to us or whatever. And he was just sitting there, and I guess he was just listening or whatever. He got up to leave, and he turned to my friend. He's like, if I could go back and kick those kids' asses that did that kind of shit to me. They started reading my boss like the riot act. And he's like, you know, we were just like kids. We were playing. He was like, bullshit. That should have never happened. And I'm like, oh, man, I think you found a kid that was put in the trash can.
He was in the trash can. That's right. Yeah.
Like, don't look at me. I'm just out here by the pool having a drink, you know.
Suddenly, all the memories started flooding back. He's like, "I'll be back. I'm going to my car. I'll be right back."
Yeah. Is it a Chevy or a Ford, Tom?
I'm like, this guy's like a war veteran. He still got it. But yeah, it's interesting. So I guess he was speaking up for all the kids that got put into a trash can.
He's going, who's laughing now, bitch?
Just like I is for all the kids that got put in the trash can. Assuming there's the shit out of them. That's what it comes down to.
Like, oh, Stinky Johnson.
Fucking Stinky.
Stinky Johnson.
You don't have any more comments to segue.
But we all know now, hazing is wrong. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And then Eric Gilbert says, oh, yes, like Warren Zeeland, stinky greaseball that never heard of a shower. Let's hope that's not a racist comment there.
Wow. I hope not either.
I think he just meant greaseball as in he got out of the shower and he looked greasy. But yeah, no, we all had those kids growing up then. friends, classmates that you're just like, yeah, that's, you know, I don't know.
It is what it is. I mean,
Grease is building on his hair like on a daily basis.
Man, come on. Come on.
It's happening. What are you gonna do? Yeah. We there's a lot of different things growing up that we all experience that probably nowadays is very frowned upon.
Oh, it's a different society. I mean, we did stuff then that kids couldn't do nowadays.
Oh yeah.
The shit I did, I should be in jail. I really should be in jail.
I should be in jail or dead, right? It's kind of like stupid shit back then. I can remember we used to, in high school, we used to go out to an abandoned building and drink. And we used to have to climb up the building from the outside to get to the roof. So you basically just shimmy across on the second level. One of my friends nearly pulled a shutter off and would have went right behind it, one night. But it's like that's the shit you did in high school. You were just doing stuff to do stuff. You go out and explore and do places. And before you were in high school and grade school, you were doing stupid shit as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's an understatement.
That's part of growing up and learning. You have to learn not to touch the stove, right? I mean, you're going to do
exactly.
Stuff,
I still have to learn.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm cleaning my glasses in the oven.
Yeah. Right. Well, apparently now you can't even go to like a theater in California, which I still haven't seen it yet, but the Avengers, and they got measles coming out of it.
What?
Yeah, there's the theater out in California where they were showing the Avengers had like a measles outbreak, they're saying.
Oh, Jesus.
A disease that we got rid of like a long time ago.
Vaccinate your kids. Come on.
Yeah. So it's the world we're in. It's a different world than what it was back then.
Stupid fuckers.
Well put.
Segue back to comments, Joe.
I think we're done here, boys. The next comment is the greatest. Just to close the book on all the kids and what's happening and what happens when they get older and what happens. Burning Beard says, just researched Michael Bridges and found out that he's a convicted pedophile. Cheers.
Nah.
No,
the same one.
Yeah, that's what he says. I don't know.
No, can't be.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not going to call Burning Beard wrong. I'm not going to insinuate that he has the wrong information.
I'm the only one that knows. The only one that knows him. So
I'm looking that up. I'm thinking that's bullshit.
Burning Beard then points to himself and says, "Disaster fueled by Bud and Bush beer as a youth." Or as the guy from fucking Utes, as a Utes, the two Utes.
Well, it's like you never know. Like some people you go to school with, and stuff. Two Utes. Two of the guys I went to school with, and then one of the kids' dad was the pastor at one of the local churches. We graduated high school and stuff, and then we're in college. We're hearing about like they got arrested. It's like, well, they got arrested for what? Well, they basically kidnapped a guy or whatever. Left him for dead and stole his car to drive to Canada or whatever. And it was like these kids like your whole life, and you're like, I would have never saw them doing something like this, And yeah, you just never know sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer, Didn't know he was a carnivore like that.
That is an understatement. Yeah. Also, Eric Burning Beard posted in the chat there specifics for Michael Bridges if you want to check it out, like where he's from and everything. So you want to search and find out if it's the actual Michael Bridges. But whatever.
I mean, if Burning Beard would have gave him one more hug, he may not have been a pedophile. But then again, you may have made a move on Burning Beard. We don't know.
I don't know what's happening right now.
I know what's happening. I need to get another beer. So go ahead and read the comments. And
There's no more comments.
Well, talks amongst yourselves.
Entertain.
I gotta get a beer. Todd has got a beer. I need a beer.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm done. I have a lot. Listen, calories done. I'm done.
Well, you done with what? You lost a good amount of weight already.
Yeah, no, I'm still losing it. Come on.
Come on, son.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't. I'd love to, but I can't. So I'll ask everybody else what they're drinking.
So there you go.
Todd, what are you drinking?
I just cracked open a Pseudo Sue from Topping Goliath.
Overrated garbage, terrible, is better 3 years ago. Right? That's what people say.
Yeah, it's drain pour. It's a drain pour now.
That's what people say because
it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's mass produced, so it's terrible.
How about you, Eric? What are you into?
I'm
beer wise. Beer wise, let me clarify. Beer wise.
Dankwood.
Did you buy a 4-pack of that and just throw it in the cellar, or that's just still hanging out on the shelf locally?
It's still hanging out on the shelf.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I still have one too, but I've been selling it.
It's made by right there. Stupid fucks.
What do you really think?
They probably caused all the rain this past week. How about everybody else in the comment section? What are you guys drinking? Eric Gilbert says Modern Times is garbage. Well, I mean, it's pretty solid, Eric Gilbert. But then again, you don't know what you're talking about because you're half in the bag. Burning Beer, get the dolls and I'll show you where you touched me. Jesus.
Okay.
And then Burning Beard says he's drinking Freem Pilsner, which I've had. They used to distribute here like 2 or 3 years ago, and they pulled out of New York. I don't think their stuff sold that well here. And then he says Modern Times makes some decent brews. I agree. I'd like to try like their barrel aged craziness and like the brewery only hazy stuff they do. But like as far as their distro stuff goes, this Fruitlands, as far as a passion fruit and guava goes, pretty solid. I enjoyed it. I did their Nitro Black House coffee and coconut variant, and it was good. So as far as their like distro stuff, I've enjoyed it. It's not amazing, not in this day and age. But
yeah, I don't think I've had anything from them.
Yeah, they've been around for quite a while.
I don't think anyway.
Yeah, I had only their base Black House, which is their coffee oatmeal stout, and it was good. I had it like 3 or 4 years ago, and that was the only thing I had up until they showed up recently. Apparently, like they do a Monsters Park series, which is a huge imperial stout. They do a bunch of different barrels and stuff. Supposedly awesome, but I think that's brewery only. Okay.
Don't do that, Joe. Don't do that.
Yawn? Is that was it? Or yeah.
What the hell are you yawning for?
Contagious.
Because I'm tired. Do you have off tomorrow? Oh, y'all do. Fuckers. Earth says
some of us have a half day. He's not off all day.
Whatever.
Hey, I'm off all day. I am
all right.
All day.
I am too.
All right. That's
Still
cool.
gotta get that
comments. I'm gonna read comments.
So there might not be a PSA this time, guys. Okay.
Holy fuck, he's gonna be hammered in the corner.
No, there should be.
PSA.
Fucking Christ. Earth says, how do you like that Founders, Eric?
The 800 Founders.
Eric, how do you like that Founders?
Who Founders?
If it wasn't made by Founders, how do you like that Founders?
Oh, you brought motherfucking Founders on here? No.
You son of a bitch.
That's exactly what I said.
If you got it, you got to drink it. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of Founders in the cellar.
There's still like a couple 4-packs left of that around.
Yeah.
I always plan on doing a huge KVS vertical like 7 or 8 years, and now I just have no motivation to do it.
Same here, Joe.
I pour my money into Dark Horse in Michigan. They knew how to handle a situation.
I have a bunch of KBS and Backwood Bastards in the cellar that I was going to do.
I mean, I'll drink them because the beer's okay, but for what they do personnel wise it's fucking stupid. Excuse my language, but it is.
I mean, you can't be like those Mikey people that put their stuff on the charcoal grill. Like, what are you doing?
Right. You already paid for them. Why are you?
You already got your money, so you know.
Yeah.
I know somebody did that. It was like, what are you doing? You paid for it and wore them for months, and now you're gonna just burn them? What the fuck?
It's like the people who fucking burned the LeBron jerseys when he left the first time, and then he came back and probably went and bought new LeBron jerseys. And then they didn't burn it this time because they got him Cleveland a championship. So it was like, okay, we won't burn them. It's okay. It's like, you fucking idiots.
And actually, some of those probably just kept the ones that they had, so they just put it on. It was just like the collar, so you couldn't tell what it was. Just a charred collar. That's all it was.
It used to be a LeBron jersey.
It used to be.
What happened to the good old days of just like getting the name removed from the number or changing the number? not just wrecking the entire jersey, for fuck's sakes.
Like I got an old Jets jersey. He easily took Testaverde's name off of it. So yeah.
It's always salvageable. You never know. I mean, maybe someone else will wear 23 at some point for Cleveland. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. Eric Gilbert says he had 3 modern times beers and they were all lacking. And then Burning Beard asked him if they were old. And Eric Gilbert says maybe 4 to 6 weeks. Here's the thing about Eric Gilbert. He has a hashtag, how do you say, not a baby palate, but a shitty palate. He's not a huge fan of like fruited gozes, for example. He's a traditionalist. He wants to sit there and drink all the English bitters. So anything that's like in the last 3 years that's been introduced, Eric Gilbert's not a fan. That's cool. He also likes to troll, which is also cool. But his palate is his palate. And, it is what it is. I barely ever agree with Eric Gilbert, but, that's certainly not being a Packers fan. Jesus. Terrible, right? Right, Eric? Fuck Eric. Hashtag shitty palate, says Eric. Plus, I'm not sure Eric Gilbert knows what he's drinking all the time because he's usually drinking some kind of spirit along with his beer. I don't know how that ruins. It might ruin his palate, might enhance it. Who knows? I don't know. But I'd be curious, Eric. What did you have? What were the 3 modern times that you had Eric Gilbert? I would be curious to know. What did you grab?
Rajay.
I actually decided to mix it up, and
is that frozen?
Holy shit, it is frozen.
It is.
Well, this is actually one I had this for a while, but it was in the cooler. Ojos Negros malt beverage aged in.
What now?
Are you speaking English?
Turn off the beer fridge a little bit.
I'm gonna need you to bring this back to PG rated, please.
Is that Rivertown?
Yeah,
that is Rivertown.
Isn't that blackberry? I know that one is a blackberry sour, right?
Yeah,
it's a
malt beverage aged in oak wine barrels with blackberries at it. So
yeah, I know that beer. I don't know about it being a slushy.
Well, it is tonight. It's a slushy tonight because it can't even pour it out.
It wasn't my new air kicked it up, son. Oh, well.
Is the new air just fucking up hard or what?
No, I had messed with the temperature a little bit back and forth, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a 2015 thing, so I'm not going to review it. It was just down there. I want to see what it tastes like now. So
I think you have it too cold, Rod.
Yeah.
I moved some stuff in and out, and it was in it for a bit when I had less in there than I do now. So
you know when people say, "I'm going to drink this ice cold," that's the literal sense of ice cold right there.
Paul is shaming you right now. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't want to drink that beer because it's cellar temperature, but here we
go.
go.
Don't know. Beer slushies might be the next big thing. You never know.
It's got to be 120 degrees.
450 North is almost there.
They are halfway.
Eric, asbestos palate. That makes sense.
Asbestos palate. Come on, man.
Earth says hashtag mini fridge next to the chair. Espanola starring Rajay, aka The Walking Deal. It says
The Walking Deal.
I like that one.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that is good. He is known as The Walking Deal going
It's not
forward.
bad. It's a slushy though.
No, but it's not meant to drink like that. You are spitting all over what the brewers did to that beer. You know that?
Honestly, this brewery.
Are they the one that makes the pineapple wheat that I think Paul hated? It's called I can't remember the name of it, but they make. Maybe that's a different Rivertown.
That's a different. There's 2 of them. I think that's the other one.
Yeah, because I remember Paul reviewed it was a Rivertown pineapple wheat. I forget the name of it. He sent one for me to review up at Albino Rhinos. This was 6 years ago. And he was just like, it tastes like stomach bile. I'm like, oh, okay. Why are you sending this to me? It doesn't sound like a great tasting though. I've never heard someone say this tastes like stomach bile. Do you want one in a trade? I've never heard that.
I wonder if that one looked like jaundice too.
It wasn't that bad. It was Paul exaggerating in that situation. It wasn't good. Don't get me wrong. It was not
the beer wasn't bad. It just looked. I thought jaundice when I looked at it. That's all. It's like the Midwest tart. I mean, seriously, that did not look good on appearance.
It looked absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that was bad.
I reviewed a beer this week. It was a Neapolitan Scotch ale from a local brewery here. That looked worse than the fucking strawberry Midwest fruit tart thing because it had chunks in it, and it also looked like toilet water. It was disgusting to look at. I'm like, how do you, I guess they don't know what it's going to look like, but it's like, that does not look appeasing. Like if you got that on tap at a place, you would be like, excuse me, what is this? This is gross. Yeah, that Midwest fruit tart though. I remember pouring it out and being like, "Oh, this looks good." And then once the glass filled up, I'm like, "No, it doesn't. This looks terrible."
I'll tell you what, on a hot day, I wouldn't be bad.
You know, also on a hot day, fucking water, ice cold, is also refreshing.
No, but I want to kick with it.
I want a little bit tang.
I'll just get an Oberon.
Little twang.
Oberon. Oberon's so good it had a day made for it. That's how good Oberon is.
Oh,
Joe. Those are fighting words, Eric. Fighting words.
No, I'm good. I might lose it like Eric did about the rain, but on Oberon, it might happen.
Just get on board with it, Joe.
Fuck Oberon! All right, good.
Next beer mail package, Joe, you're getting a fucking Oberon.
I'm gonna throw the thing fucking right out the window and hope the car runs over it.
Send all your Oberon at Joe. He loves it.
I have allies here. Paul shows up and says, "Look at these crazy bastards." Oh yeah, fuck Oberon. That's right, Paul. Fuck Oberon. Eric Gilbert says the beers he had for modern times was a Goza, which I probably the one I'm drinking. He refers to it, and this is him. This is him. I'm not paraphrasing. I'm quoting him. He says, "Wheat beer thingy." The fuck is a wheat beer thingy?
Wheat beer thingy. It's a new style. Style.
Yeah, wheat beer thingy, and he doesn't remember the third one. Redbeard shows up. Was that right?
There's a candy bar we never talked about. Whatchamacallit?
It's all right. Tight. Redbeard says, "What be going
What be
down?
going down?"
People of the world?" Yeah.
Keeping it original tonight.
You showed up.
It's the first time we've heard that.
Paul says he hopes Joe throws better than those Lions. Nice.
Oh, number one. You're number one.
I don't know. There's a pretty high probability if I throw it out my window, it will be intercepted by another person. So.
Come on, Daddy. Come on.
Crazy guys throwing Oberon out the window. I caught that shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'll drink it. It's free beer, even if it is fucking totally average at best.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, this is for you, buddy.
Oh no, come on, that's our viewer. Come on. He's a nice guy. Not really. Earth says, cheers, Redbeard. What's that untapped check-in? Question mark. Is Redbeard untapped? I'm not friends with him. Thank God. Earth says Mango Cart inside joke. Is Mango Cart from the? They do a bunch of different carts. I forget the name of that brewery. We actually get them here.
Is it Mango Cart from Golden Road or whatever?
Golden Road. That's who they are. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? Eric Gilbert says oiliness in a scotch is a great texture. And that's because I believe Burning Beard asked him, texture in a scotch? No thanks. Dem's fighting words is what's happening.
Is it like little leathery?
Mm-hmm.
Ford versus Chevy happening right here.
Don't bring that shit to Virginia.
Fighting words.
I'm getting shot. Paul says, whatchamacallits are good times. I used to grab one and a chocolate milk and watch Hey Dude after school. Memories.
I'm trying to think if I ever had a whatchamacallit. I don't think I ever had one. Even in Halloween, I never think I got one.
Wow, really?
Yeah, maybe I traded it if I did get it. I don't
traded.
I remember the name of it. Dude, back then Snickers and Reese's, those are prime to have.
That's right. Yeah.
What was the one, the silver block, the little chunky thing or whatever? What was it called?
Excuse me. Silver block, that little chunky thing?
It was like a silver wrapper, but it was like a block.
Milky Way?
Not Milky Way, not a candy bar, but it was like thick. It was like, I think it was something chunky was what it was called.
Peppermint Patty?
No, that was round.
Fucking guess I've ever heard in my life. It's like, hey, peppermint patty wrappers are silver.
That's silver.
It's close.
Good one.
Good one. The name of that candy was.
That's hilarious. Paul says he loves you too, Eric. Redbeard says, see, this just makes me hate you more, Redbeard. Redbeard referred to himself in the third person like he's Ricky Henderson. Go ahead, Rod.
It was just called Chunky Candy Bar.
That was the name. That was not the name of it. That was the name of it.
Hold on.
Chunky Candy Bar.
Chunky Candy. And literally,
I don't remember that.
Y'all never seen this candy Chunky down here?
No, I have. I actually have. Yep.
Yeah. That was like
a big one. I
don't remember anybody like.
I don't remember that one.
Holy shit!
Chunky.
$25 for.
That was like fun size. That was like fun size.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! For
that was used back in the day.
Eric,
how old is that thing?
Hang on. According to Rod, the trade value of this chunky candy bar is through the roof.
24 count, 24.29. It's at more than $1.
Was that like after the Goonies? Chunky
right there. No, that was before the Goonies. This was like back in the 70s.
I don't remember that. Oh,
it was a Nestle candy. You know,
Chunky.
There was also Payday that was out there.
Yeah, I remember Payday's good.
Just fucking peanuts with caramel like that's literally all it is.
Yeah,
and if you take the take peanuts and the what's the orange little triangle things at Halloween?
The candy corn.
Candy corn. Yes,
I never liked those.
Take candy corn and put peanuts in them, and just take a handful. It tastes just like a Payday.
I can't believe that 1.4 ounces you're paying a fucking $1 for. Come on,
Chunky.
Here it is, right here.
I don't even remember that one.
There it is, like right there. They put raisins in it though, so
yeah. Burning Beard says, "Who the fuck puts raisins in chocolate?"
Exactly. And who's gonna pay $25 for it?
Exactly, Todd. Exactly.
With raisins in it. What?
And you know what's funny?
It better be like 90% ABV.
Free pickup Saturday, May 4th.
Yeah, free pickup.
Get on it, Rod. Use free shipping.
You gotta drive across country to pick it up.
So
I don't make up the Ford Chevy fights. I don't make up the candy bars.
we have Ricky Henderson in the comments, and he says, "Beard gonna slap a Joe," because clearly referring to yourself in the third person at all times is the way to live. and he responds with, "I'll refer to myself in whatever way Redbeard wants."
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Here we go.
His camera's out.
And Ricky Henderson would say something very dumb like that.
So, Ford Chevy fighting.
And then he would feel like 18 bases, but then say something stupid again. Eric Gilbert says, "Start popping off, sons." Paul says,
"Get the gat."
Get a gat at. How do you get it? You better watch it. PB or Chunk. Paul says PB or Chunky, and then he says Chunky is a good time, sons. Vintage candy.
That's old school. Chunky. Yeah.
And then Urch just comes in and says nougat. Just random. I'm sure it's a reference to something that was happening. And then Paul says,
it is better than raisins. I give on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a fucking. I do. I mean, some raisinets are good at times. I can get down. Anyway, Paul says
raisinets. That was another candy, which I never liked. Raisinets.
Goobers are the jam. Chocolate covered peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Fucking right.
Right. Gobstoppers.
Oh,
look at what Redbeard says. I don't even know who Ricky Henderson is.
That's why I don't like the guy.
He's Canadian. He's Canadian. He don't know who that is.
What the fuck, Redbeard? What the fuck, man?
Sports ball. Leave him alone. Paul says,
Richie, who?
Paul says, "I'll trade you this Chunky for a full pack of KBS." Yeah, I'm losing out on And then Eric Gilbert says, "I'll eat that," but that's what she said. Eric Gilbert. From The Office. Is these Michael Scott from The Office? That's totally Burning Beard says he's got Ricky Henderson's rookie card in mint condition.
Oh, that's worth some stuff, I'm sure.
That is worth
Me too.
Some stuff.
Earth said, and then Earth says nothing beats a little hike and then what a little tyke hiking around the 2-pound gobstop for jawbreak. And then Redbeard, he said not everyone is crazy into sports. No way, LOL. What's laughing out loud, Redbeard? I'm just surprised you didn't know who Ricky Henderson. I know you like baseball to some extent. I know you've played it on your channel and whatnot. So I just, Ricky Henderson's a Hall of Famer, man. He's a beast.
Yeah, that's disappointing, Redbeard. That's disappointing.
Yeah, that's disappointing, Redbeard. Yes.
I didn't say Redbeard.
He's a household name.
He should be further banned from playing his baseball game online.
It's
if
like
you don't know who Ricky Henderson is.
It's like you're a kid playing with other kids, and you bring a baseball out, and then you lose it, and they're like, they don't know who it was, and then you tell them some lady signed it named Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. What?
Red was the kid that brought the baseball and didn't know.
He's the Baby Ruth.
In that situation, you could probably pay because that's exactly what I was going to do. It's perfect. I could does a good job.
And the kid's like, "Yeah, you know her? Who is she?"
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I love that movie. That's excellent.
Best thing with that kid is he got like a bill. It's like 9 feet long. Fishing hat. Yeah.
His stepdad is Dennis O'Leary, so you're expecting Dennis O'Leary to go off on him at some point.
Redbeard, we need to point this out. The movie we're talking about is called Sandlot. Just point it out just in case.
Oh, he knows that, but he doesn't know who Ricky Henderson is. Come on, Redbeard.
Who the fuck said sports?
Yeah. If he says he doesn't know what a s'more is, then he's got to go.
I'd like to say the NC State Wolfpack 1983 NCAA run was fantastic.
Yes, it was, Paul. Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. I think Eric's hammered, Paul. Earth says... He's getting there. No PSA. Earth says, my dad used to buy baseball cards for the stale gum and throw the cards away. That's unfortunate.
For the stale gum.
Yeah.
So you guys used to collect cards when you were kids?
I still got all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to collect them. I don't have any of the ones I used to have, but it's kind of like kick myself for getting rid of the ones I did. I mean, you're a kid. You didn't really know, and no one told you. You're like,
I'm thinking about getting back into some baseball card collecting again because I used to be big at it and then I kind of waned off it. Now
I've got some of the football cards I have now, but it was like from players in the 90s. But like Marshall Falk rookie card, I got a few of those and some other stuff.
But another thing is though, if you don't get them like sent off and have them evaluated and like actually
authenticated,
rated or whatever, they're like not really worth anything almost.
You got
because of the counterfeit game. Yeah,
you got the PSA and the back of graded services and stuff. Yeah, I mean that that's the way it's kind of went. It's funny because growing up collecting cards and stuff, even back when I was growing up, it started turning to more of like adult oriented. Like shit's expensive. Like it's all about this. Fucking autograph that, and like buying a box of cards is like $100. Like most of the decent ones, at the very least, some of them are fucking thousands of dollars. It's like, how's a kid supposed to afford this nowadays? What is this?
I still have a whole box of Donruss cards from 1987 unopened.
Me too.
A whole box unopened.
Wow!
I remember my dad buying it. Like at his lunch break at a gas station for like $10 for like the whole box.
Yes, me too, Todd.
Like one of the shows, people will buy because they don't know what's in it. It's like a mystery.
Yeah, because I mean that was like the year it was like Jose Canseco rookie and
Bo Jackson rookie card that year.
Bo Jackson, I think was that year. Yeah.
Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. Cal Ripken was a pretty good one, and Nolan Ryan. But like those were the rookie cards, the main rookie cards. Pretty good.
It's like I got a whole box that's not even been opened yet. Still.
That's crazy. Redbeard says I do like baseball, but I've just never really been into professional sports in my life. And then Earth just screams out, "Bazooka Joe!"
that was a big candy for Halloween with Bazooka Joes. You get a
Bazooka.
Bazooka Joe.
And I don't know about you guys, but I would read the comic strips. I mean,
yeah. That was half the reason I bought Bazooka Joe, because the gun was hard as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
It was like gonna break teeth when you try to chew that shit.
Yeah, you never knew how old it was. You never knew how old it was.
Yeah.
And then Eric Gilbert says, geez, Ricky Henderson won a World Series with the Blue Jays, son. And then Redbeard says, I watched and was super stoked when the Jays won the World Series twice in a row. If Ricky was there then I guess I might kind of actually know who he is then. It was a while ago, though. Yeah, it was like 26 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. Paul says, my sister and I opened all my dad's packs. He had boxes of them. They were old as fuck, and we were all about the gum, sons. And surprisingly, he didn't murder us. That's one way to look at it. He says he's also got unopened packs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie cards. And he also says Bo Jackson, I believe, was from my hometown. And then Burning Beard officially says, something that I agree with. He says the side chat is officially drunk.
The side chat is.
The side chat.
And then Paul says Archie Comics for the win, and Earth follows that up with Archie Bunker for the win.
What about the Garbage Pail Kids?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah. I just remember having them all over my fucking door as a kid. Like, I just but I collect them too, but then like doubles, I would just fucking stick all over my door.
Some of the original of those are like crazy expensive.
Yeah, they are.
So I was on Holly's channel earlier. I don't know if you saw her happy hour video, but she had a thing where she liked the Incredible Hulk or whatever. She was asking people like, what was your favorite superhero character growing up? Like, if you had one and stuff. So for me, it was like Wolverine was always my like all-time favorite, but then Black Panther, and then also Thor. When I was a kid, I read a lot of Thor and Ghost Rider. But
Batman for me.
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. Ghost Rider was probably up there. I actually bought a lot of the Ghost Rider comics, comics, a lot of them.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it was the Flaming Skull. I was just really into it.
What about you, Todd?
Yeah, no, I kind of same with Joe. I kind of followed like Ghost Rider, and I was more kind of a DC, I guess, at the time back then.
Yeah.
I didn't really choose sides like between DC and Marvel. I'd buy whatever I was interested in.
So I mean, we all watched Super Friends when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really didn't choose sides either. It just kind of seemed like, looking back, it was kind of more what I leaned towards was like DC type stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, a positive comment from Redbeard. What the fuck is happening? He says, random kudos to Joe on his comment reading skills, going over comments, then coming back to others to keep the flow going. Well done.
Wow.
Ooh,
Now
brownie points. Brownie points.
Yeah, I kind of feel like a dick, but not really. Paul says he just got the garbage. Well, thank you, Redbeard. That is nice. I try to keep him going. I mean, we didn't have a ton until like right now is fucking crazy. Like, there's a lot of comments, a lot of them. Paul says I just got the Garbage Pail Kids cartoon for the kids. Nice,
Paul. Nice.
Paul says his favorite was Jason Voorhees.
Superhero.
That is what we expect.
I mean, in a way, he rid the planet of like sexual camp counselors. You know, whatever that is. In a way, he was doing his own justice.
Yeah.
It's funny because the old there was a documentary I watched before talking about the old '80s slasher films, and they would talk about how a lot of them were like driven kind of with that as part of a storyline, like for kids not to have sex young or whatever. Like, so they always be killing the ones that have sex and stuff. And like Friday the 13th, the ones that were hooking up were getting killed first and stuff. And even like Halloween and the other, there's like a thing that ran through a lot of those movies back then. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Redbeard says he's kind of excited to see who takes up the mantle of Wolverine when Marvel takes the reins.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can. It's almost like I like them having Wolverine dead now, like kind of like, I don't know for the movie part if you can do anything else with it, really. It's kind of like, why would you? It's like they redid Tomb Raider with the new girl took over. It's like, really, could you replace Angelina Jolie in that role? I mean,
right?
Not her lips.
You said what about her lips?
I said you certainly can't replace her lips.
Oh, well. But it's kind of
catching that with a 10-foot pole, brother.
There's certain roles that are just made so well for people. It's kind of like, just end it. You got to don't go back to it. Which I mean, the whole X-Men universe right now is all screwed up anyway because they went back and redid so much with it. The new Jean Grey movie's coming out, and it's like, whatever.
Burning Beard says, if I got to bang one of those counselors, I'd take a spear in the back.
Burning Beard, it'd be a pitchfork.
Yeah, whatever. He doesn't care. He's already in heaven as far as
Kevin Bacon died in the first Friday 13th, so it didn't stop him.
That's true. Burning Beard says, Wonder Twin Power, form of an ice cube.
Were the Wonder Twins even really needed on Super Friends back then? I mean, and the one guy was always some form of water, some type of way. It's like, he's like, oh, a bucket of water. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be the hawk and I'll carry your ass then. Like she flies. It's like, what? And Aquaman got no love on the Super Friends.
No, Aquaman doesn't get anything.
It's like a GIF you got, like you can use out there. It's Robin telling Aquaman's like, oh, I'll check for the oceans, and Robin's like, well, we'll let you know if we need anything.
Yeah.
Well, Robin is dissing you on Super Friends.
Yeah.
What am I here for? What am I here for?
You don't call us, we'll call you. Paul says, well, my ex-girlfriend's dad did the voice of Robin on the Batman cartoon.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
So you can do a little bit of an investigation there and probably find out who his girlfriend is. Anyway, Redbeard says DC has been getting pretty great with their stuff. Shazam was great.
I haven't seen Shazam. I probably will at some point. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen Have you guys ever seen Avengers yet? Have you?
No.
Yeah, so we're going to see it Sunday, I think.
Paul says the original Captain Marvel before he was a girl. He enjoyed.
See, I remember the comic books back in the day when it was a guy too. That's why it threw me off a little bit when it came out. It was her, but it is what it is.
Paul says Wolverine versus Ash versus the Evil Dead. And then Burning Beard jumps in and says versus Harry Potter. Paul also says Wolverine versus Batman.
Yeah. Who would win?
They just want to see. Just wants to see it, I guess.
Oh, just want to go.
And then Redbeard. This is Redbeard. I'm quoting him for anybody who watches this. If they redo the X-Men, they can fix a bunch of stuff, like Rogue being a little pussy bitch. Again, this is Redbeard.
Alrighty then.
You know what? They never did let Rogue explore her powers on the X-Men as much, but
that's true. He wants her to be very powerful.
Redbeard, we're gonna have to take it down a couple notches, maybe.
Eric, we're gonna need you not to slur your speech.
Hey, Eric,
like I said, the PSA might be a little slow, buddy.
Hey, Eric, what's the weather like there now?
Shut up, guys.
He shit
fucking sucks.
Hey, Ollie, what's the weather like outside? It's fucking raining. I'm wet.
I hate you guys. I really do. I hate you guys.
Paul says you don't want to hear my Wonder Twins sex scene. No, we don't, Paul.
No, nobody wants to hear that.
No,
nobody.
That might be legal in like 2 states.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably, not in any states as far as I know.
Probably go through a country with it. Yeah.
Redbeard says Endgame was glorious. I've seen it 5 times now. Jesus.
5 times? What?
He bootlegged it. So
did you go like a season ticket or what?
No, he bootlegged it.
Don't out Redbeard. He definitely bootlegged it, though. Redbeard said, if you want to see Batman versus Wolverine, YouTube search Superpower Beatdown Wolverine versus Batman. Really good video. To specify once again, Superpower Beatdown Wolverine versus Batman. Burning Beard says he'd rather watch his own foot get amputated. Seems a bit extreme, but I get the point.
All right then. Okay.
Misery might still be the worst wolf scene in a movie ever.
Yeah. And then Paul says, agreed, Ted feared.
Ted feared.
Mm-hmm. Ted feared.
Okay.
Is Paul okay? I'm not sure. But I don't know if you misspelled something or we're not getting something, but yeah.
Or he's just drunk. Well, he's probably at work. So he's probably not drunk.
Yeah, he's probably not drunk. He's probably typing with his phone and just not doing the best job. It happens. But yeah, that's all. We've caught up on comments. Comments have all been caught up.
Finally.
Damn.
Eric,
What?
what's the weather outside?
Fucking rain it outside.
And then Redbeard says Paul with the rhyming skills, and Paul says slurred Redbeard. Still don't.
So I don't know where the train is going right now on the track.
Did you get into a bunch of Imperial Stouts or something, Paul?
I hear a train coming around the bend.
All right, Johnny Cash.
I don't know where the train's going right now, though. So,
oh, you know,
it's like unstoppable right now.
you know exactly where it's going.
You call a movie unstoppable, yet they stopped the train. You would think it was all unstoppable, it wouldn't have been stopped at a certain point. It was just all the way through to the end, but they did stop it.
Paul, I'm going to show your comment, but I'm not going to read it. I'm just like,
what comment was that one?
the last one I just okayed.
Wait a minute. Now it's all scrolling on me. Like,
I could just read it.
My screen is catching up on all the other ones.
Don't read it. Don't read it.
Yeah, no, it's not terrible. It's just not good.
I can't see it. What's it
I see
say?
a couple you probably skipped over, Paul, which is a good move.
I may have there's a couple. There's a couple. He just says no beer for him yet. For me, just coffee. So that probably explains a lot.
I saw one that was there. Yeah.
It's the I'm a rhythmic rhyming, and then not the rest of it.
Yeah, I saw that there.
Yeah. So we'll read that.
Burning beer.
Yeah, burning beer.
Yeah. You know, you
and then Eric with the hashtag. Come on, man.
I don't even know where we're going right now, sons. Yeah. Well, if you have Amazon Prime, they're going to have a Pennsylvania craft beer documentary, which would be pretty cool, I'm sure.
There you go, Paul. Do you have Amazon?
Oh, that's you, buddy.
So check that out because we actually have it here.
When's this starting?
Oh, let me see here. Take a look. It's on penlive.com.
It needed to be read exactly like that, but I like it.
A documentary about the craft beer industry in Pennsylvania is available on Amazon Prime, and it's now streaming on Amazon Prime.
Oh, now okay.
So it's called Poured in Pennsylvania.
Poured in Pennsylvania. All right, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'd like to see more stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always good times. Paul says no. He's from PA, where the
it's together. Yeah.
No, Paul.
That was going down a bad road.
Redbeard says
It's after hours. Say it anyway.
Also, Redbeard says he has Amazon Prime for the free shipping and the grand tour. So
if you can't make it to 7-Eleven,
Nick,
7-Eleven will make it to you.
Oh, don't even.
They're tapping 18 markets for direct delivery service.
Holy shit.
So we will bring you to taquitos Why make a beer run when the beer can run to you? Is what it says.
Are those taquitos aged on rollers for 12 hours?
It says hungry as well as thirsty. The 7NOW app also offers chips, dips, pizzas, and perhaps more importantly, Advil.
Yeah.
Advil.
Yeah, that's just out of place, but not really.
So no taquitos are on the list there.
No, it's 7-Eleven's glorious pizza. Who doesn't want that?
Right?
Everybody wants that.
All total, the company will test the service in 18 markets: Austin, Texas; Charlotte, North Carolina; Chicago, Illinois; Dallas, Fort Worth; Los Angeles; Miami, Fort Lauderdale; New York, New York; Norfolk, Portsmouth; Virginia, Orlando, Daytona, and Florida; Phoenix, Arizona. So Joe D can get it where he's at, right?
Nice.
Portland,
So
Oregon.
can get all the different Oreos delivered right from 7-Eleven to his house.
But I did see packs of Game of Thrones Oreos today at the store. It's like, huh. And then Sacramento, California.
Are they any different, or are they just like?
They're supposedly have like the characters, I guess, on the Oreo cookie or whatever on the wafer.
They don't taste any different?
I don't think so, but
oh, fuck.
I'm no Oreo connoisseur.
That's true.
Yeah. Although I will tear some up, don't get me wrong.
I don't know.
Same here, Rod. Same here.
I don't know.
All right, Rod. So do you twist and take them off and eat it, or do you eat it as one whole cookie?
Oh, you eat it as whole, brother.
You think it's how old are you?
You eat
Like
it as whole,
4?
brother. Come on, you don't twist off anymore.
Just asking. Inquiring minds want to know.
Todd, they're attacking you for no reason. That's a valid question.
I didn't say that's how I ate them. I was just asking if that's how they ate them.
Are you dipping them in milk too? Still?
Not anymore.
Say what you want, and I haven't done it.
Unless you count a milk stout as a milk, then maybe.
Listen, you can say what you want. I haven't done it in a long time, but Oreos dipped in milk are fucking fantastic.
I agree. But if you ain't twisting them and eating them separate, you ain't eating them right. That's all I'm saying.
Oh Jesus! So I knew Todd. He probably twists them, fucking scrapes off filling, and he just makes a mound of filling that he eats at the end. That's what.
No, I don't. I twist them off. Eat the one that doesn't get the icing on it first, and then you gotta eat the icing off, and then eat the other cookie. Yes. Don't lie. You all know you do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We ain't doing it right. Eric, you ain't doing it right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm doing it right. You take it all, you take it. You don't take it apart, brother.
That's what she said. Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly, that's what she said.
Yo, this is going downhill quickly. He said,
"What's the weather like there, Eric?" Just saying.
He said
Look at Joey's like, oh god.
That's so good. Fucking
Joe's like, I could be out killing somebody now, but I got to be here tonight instead.
And getting paid.
Right, exactly.
Redbeard says my Oreo is the best, which is his dog. Hopefully he doesn't dip his dog.
His Oreo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a little bit personal, buddy.
And then he follows it up with, though I've not eaten him yet.
Eating him?
Here? What?
His dog is a him. He's talking about his dog. And then he says, Todd is a goddamn monster. Paul throws out the hashtag Oreo elitist.
Todd knows how to work at Oreo.
Paul says,
I'm just saying, I'm not the only one out there that does that.
Drunken slam. I've got no time for twisting. Fair enough. I think here's the thing, Todd. Even though you are a monster, complete monster, I think
Yeah.
everybody here has at some point twisted an Oreo and dunked them individually.
No. I have never twisted an Oreo.
Eric, you're like fucking.
Eric, you're lying if you say you've never done
I've
that.
never twisted one. Never, ever.
Bullshit! I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, you're 4 years old. You didn't know what you're doing with your hands. You twisted it. You dunked them. You forgot about them. You drank the milk and then ate them at the end. I know.
Eric, never, ever. It's hard to believe.
You don't twist the goddamn Oreo.
Two things we have learned tonight. A, don't ask Eric about whether at any point in time if it's raining. And number two, twist Oreos. Clear as day. Neither one of those is a go.
Oh, yeah.
Don't cross that line ever again.
And Redbeard says Eric with the most hardcore denial ever. He's done it so many times. That's the thing. Eric probably did it like last week. Paul says Todd is showing the true cracks in our fragile society. Please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Come on, Paul. You know you've done it. You've done it. Just admit it.
Oh shit! Here says, I just pictured Eric drunk, twisting and dunking Oreo and malt liquor.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
OE.
He's doing
And the
it
OE.
right now. Oh, fuck's sakes, man. So somehow this has turned into a Joe D Saturday Night Share a Beer show. We have discussions about how you consume an Oreo. I feel like you need to put a timestamp in the description box to this exact conversation.
People have their Oreo techniques. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you're eating them.
I mean, like Oreos and Reese's peanut butter cups. Some people like to do it different ways, different styles.
I don't know about that.
But with the Reese's, some people do different stuff how they eat their Reese's. I mean, that's in the commercial.
Yeah, sociopaths. I want to like the outside of it, just leave the middle. I don't know if they're there. That's for
Don't get me started on the Reese's. Don't get me started.
Eric eats every fucking cookie and candy bar by itself.
Eat some whole. Eat some whole. It's like Super. I'm going back to Super Troopers 2 because I watched it earlier. You guys have seen it. The scene where Farmer's eating the M&Ms. It's like, did you eat an M&M whole?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it? It's going to the same place.
Just get your daddy Oreo daddy on Sons. It's probably not far away considering that fucking Natter Day's here. So give it time, Paul.
I might have another Natter Day before I go to bed. Actually, it wasn't bad.
Now it's on you.
Might be Ryan's favorite beer of all time now.
Let's not get crazy now. And don't forget, Saturday is a great day for Star Wars fans. Well, it's Derby, but it's also...
Yeah, I look how you always got to work. It's Derby, though.
It's Derby Day, sons.
It's May.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
And people will be out there in Star Wars outfit.
Red beer.
Yeah. That's on them.
Eric Gilbert says my older brother used to twist the Oreo, eat the cream, and throw the shells at me. Trauma, son.
I could get behind that.
Oh my God, Gilbert. Come on.
Beer Man shows up and he goes, "Cheers, guys! You dudes are cracking me up." Jesus, he said. I actually said it how I pictured he would say it based on how he spelled it. And then he says, "Barbecuing right now in this 9 p.m. daylight." He's on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, he's on the West Coast.
He must be on the West Coast.
He says, "Well, it's almost dark. LOL. Drinking a beer and listening to you guys is the best combo. Cheers. Thanks, Beer Man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
the Oreo discussion has taken this chat to a whole nother level. I know it's the level in which we want to be at, but we're here.
Of all the things we talked about, it's kind of like the Oreos are the one that pushed us out there.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Todd and his Oreos, cracking them open. You eat them whole, Todd.
Burning Beer says, it's okay, Eric. I was raised Catholic, too. Just twist one.
I'm done. See you guys, deuces later.
I'm out.
Paul says, with everything in life, I shove it in my mouth and swallow. I have no conscience. If I chew or not, I focus on filling my massive belly.
Oh shit!
And then he asks how is the natty hangover? I can't imagine it's a good time. Paul, you just drink coffee, right? To be clear, I'm having troubles here. And he said he's never. He says,
Paul, you drinking natty natty or drinking coffee? What's up, brother?
Fucking drinking the coffee version of natty. Paul says, I've never watched a single Star Wars, or he just says Star Wars. I don't know if he means the entire series or just the original one, but he says he's never seen one. So
I was never a big, huge Star Wars person myself. Like as a kid, I started out with saw Empire Strikes Back, and later on, kind of watched some of Star Wars and then some of Jedi. But it was like never really got into it. It was just like something that didn't draw me in for whatever reason. Although I was more of a Star Trek person, but that was because I think it was more hard science than the fantasy world of Star Wars. So, but
I don't even know who you are anymore, Rod.
Dude, my wife she finally got me to go to see one. It was with that damn Jar Jar Binks. I'm like, why am I here?
Oh, that was
this is what they grow to. So I was like, I'm not going to be going to bed. I'm not going to be going in to watch any more of those. So yeah. Yeah. No, we've been actually going a while, so we're probably going to wrap it up and everything.
Are you? That's why I asked, because I mean,
well, at least this one. I mean, I'm off tomorrow, so I don't know. Might be another one. Who knows?
Jesus.
I might put up a game and stream too. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm still drinking, son.
He's a fucking mess.
I got no work in the morning.
Paul says coffee by Maker's Mark. Yeah, that seems pretty much accurate based on everything you've been typing out this evening.
We could always go to overtime, Ron. Overtime.
Yeah, we could go overtime. OT in the house.
You guys could.
Come on, Joe. Live a little.
Holy fuck, you're killing me, Smalls. Sorry, Redbeard, do I have to tell you what that's about too?
Yeah, but he's a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Wow, Todd, shots fired, Todd.
Beerman says Back to the Future, baby. And then Eric says he loves Back to the Future. Which
hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah.
All right. Whoa, Eric. Say, like, I know it's not so much enthusiasm. Yeah, Joe. Fucking Michael J. Fox.
Todd, I do. Todd.
And then Redbeard says, God damn it, Rod. Trek, not track.
It is. I did say Star Trek.
Star Trek.
I did say Star Trek. Maybe it's because I'm American and not Canadian.
What do you want? Turn into Chevy and Ford real quick. Paul says Back to the Future is great, which it is. Burning Beard says the silence after Rod J's Star Wars comment simply killed the chat. LOL. Know your audience.
People like Star Wars. They like Star. I didn't see anything great about it myself.
I'm indifferent to it. Like I don't mind it, but like whatever. Take it or leave it. Yeah.
Of course, the guys people I'd like always get bad raps. I mean, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Boba Fett. I mean, everybody thinks they're bad people. I'm like, they got a job to do too.
Look at it. Totally one way to look at it.
Just trying to make a living. That's all they're doing. Just trying to make a living.
No big deal. Chevy or Ford. Sex and shipping here as well. What's up, Ashley? Sex Improvement. Yeah. Posting the bottle share. Big Sex Improvement. Paul says, OT, I'll get my clothes on if we are joining. Even with clothes on, that's a big no. Paul says that's the basketball movie with the big cat and all the girls, right? With Samuel L. Jackson that played a voice in Star Trek, right, Joe? No, Paul. No.
Well, speaking of Star Wars, that's another one that died this week. Was the guy that played Chewbacca?
Yeah, well, didn't he die today?
Today,
Yeah. So off to him or whatever, however that sound goes.
Thanks for bringing the show down, Joe.
On that note,
it was Ron who said that, not me, fucking Eric. What do you think about the rain, Eric?
JS, buddy, JS.
I don't know what you're saying. Burning Beard says body.
He was dedicated, you know. He's all in.
Redbeard said most awful Chewbacca ever. There, Rod.
that was bad.
It's because I don't like Star Wars. So
Touche.
Fair enough.
Oh well. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this segment up here.
You mean the show?
Well, this show. This show. So I'll turn over to Eric.
Oh shit, this should be fun.
Hey, Joe, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, Joe?
Do it.
All right, guys. If you had
thumbs up, so yes, I am.
All right, guys. If you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys should know my spiel by now. If not, I'm going to say it one more time. Please do not drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid ass sobriety test and get a free ride to jail, then court fees and then possible prison time. And if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family, friends, put yourself 6 feet under. Okay, just sleep off your buzz. You get your car the next day. Get an Uber, a taxi, a Lyft. Have someone at the bar get your ride. Call somebody and get your ride. It's this in this day and age. It's stupid to drive home drunk because you're going to have thousands upon thousands of dollars. Joe, shut up. In court costs, all right? Because I'm going to come over and I'm going to take your knees out with a baseball bat. If I find out you're driving home drunk.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. Eric will find you, just like the chick said in Wedding Crashers. I will find you.
What are you laughing at, Joe? I see you down there, buddy. What are you laughing at?
There's no way you're like, just
Joe, shut up.
Just call an Uber. Just call want to. Just call one. Just go call an Uber. I don't know. They got me for some reason. It was good times. It was way more.
I was looking at the camera here and I see Joe off here going.
It was cool. Up until that point, it was cool. But I will give you credit. That was the most professional drunken PSA I've ever seen.
Was that something that beat pretty bad?
Yeah. Usually they're a mess. That one was good though. That was real good. It was clear and concise.
Truth be told.
Look at Paul. He says, "Call 7-Eleven and make you bring those Oreos, sons."
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who commented all night too, even Redbeard.
Yeah.
Even Redbeard.
Yeah, everybody that was all involved, and
yeah.
Make sure you check out Eric and Lions Fan. Check out the Beer Patrol. Check out Todd here on our show.
Like Todd has a channel, right? Todd totally has a channel. Go check out Todd.
Yes.
He doesn't have a channel.
Check out the guys in the comments with channels. PA Brew News.
Eric Gilbert was like of the night.
Well, we got Redbeard, but I was going to hold him off to the finale.
Eric Gilbert says he only likes
No, PA Brew News, Redbeard. I don't know, Beer Man. Check him out. Great channel. And I'm scrolling through everything, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think that's all the guys.
Beautiful wife.
Burning Beard.
Yeah.
And
Redbeard, multiple beards.
What? Yeah, there are a lot of beards.
Yeah, Paul used to have a huge beard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Okay,
That's all we
yeah.
got. So that's
Sure.
that's the big ending right there. So
On that note,
Man, we kind of crashed up. We're like up and then down right at the bottom.
We're in a discussion. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to go but down from there.
come
Tomorrow
on,
night.
man.
Blackberry barley wine uploaded on the channel here.
I don't know. I shouldn't have gone Chevy or Ford. Chevy or Ford.
Chevy or Ford. Yeah. Check out the Chevy or Ford story out of Virginia. That'll get you interest. Eric, you got anything on your channel this weekend?
I got some more Detroit Lions draft stuff, even though people have been roasting me on it. So if you guys have been watching me, fuck you guys, okay? Double birds.
I don't want to.
Viewership going up, way up after that, for sure. Subscore.
If you don't like it, don't fucking watch.
Exactly. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. I'm going to do some Detroit Tiger stuff. Going to do beer reviews. Actually, there's a Malt Liquor Monday segment coming up where I do a Brass Monkey on Monday. And then we're just going to go and do some other stuff on there. So check me out.
And Joe?
I can't. How am I supposed to follow that?
You like upload this shit every day, so you got some stuff happening. Oh, wait a minute. You're freezing up there. There you go. You had a Sprint commercial going on there for
Is that right? All right?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Am I right? Am I right? All right.
Good robot moves, by the
Yeah, I
way.
was gonna. It's courtesy of Jeff. No jinx. A lot of Michigan stuff again. Waldo's review from Lagunitas goes up this weekend, and that's it. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know what else I have planned. Fucking stuff scheduled. I don't know. I forget.
I'm going to finally upload the 450 North Black Nuggets because when I got that one. Yeah, it's been a while since we got that one, but I got to share with the people. You know,
that Black Nuggets, baby.
That was a good one.
Finally.
Yes, it was. Fuck yes, it was. Oh,
Yeah.
Also, I wanted one thing I might this Monday, if people can, they can get it. My live review on Monday night on my channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeti from Great Divide.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm doing the 2012 chocolate OKG Yeti that's 7 years old along with it, just for shits and giggles. But Yeti.
Don't watch it. Don't watch
Nice.
it. Don't watch
You,
it.
Eric. Honestly, you don't watch Eric's Brass Monkey. I'm sure it's way more entertaining. It really is going to be. He's probably going to vomit, I would imagine.
So Joe's having a drink along, which is about as close you can get to a scratch and sniff with YouTube. So.
If they invent the scratch and sniff for YouTube, I will not use it. Probably gonna be
Challenge.
Eric Gilbert goes, Cuvée?
There's going to be a Colby? Fucking Colby's everywhere, baby.
Cuvée?
Yeah. And that's
So,
it. That's
a
all.
lot of good stuff happening. So make sure you check out these guys' channel, check out this channel, check out all the other stuff, all the other guys I mentioned in the chat. If you like what you all, hit that like button, of course. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Although I think everybody watching pretty much subscribed. So that's what they tell you to say in the YouTuber Academy. That all being said, thanks for everybody. Next week we'll be back again. Who knows? Maybe more pop-up hangouts. Everybody seemed to have a good time when we did the hangouts last week, so may do some more hangouts. Maybe a hangout even later tonight. Who knows? Stay tuned. Same bad channel, different bad time. We're out.